Hi guys. Oh, it actually connected. Oh, my heart hurts. Hi everybody. Oh god. I thought it wasn't going to connect. But hi. Hi guys. I can actually use my model. Oh god. Oh. Oh, okay, good. And Arch's alerts are working too. Oh, thank fuck. Oh, God. Oh, I thought it was all gonna go wrong. Hello. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the maybe one-time LumiCast. Who knows? Hold on. Do I need to turn on the... Anyways. I'll read through some super chats before I start. But how's everybody doing? How are you guys doing? Beatcast? No. It's like, does my model have legs? Yes. Yes, it does. But my model does also have a tail too, because like, I can just, give me a second. Just change that. Have that going as well. But you see the legs? Oh my god. My heart is fucking pounding, man. Oh god. My heart hurts. I thought I was gonna fuck up. I thought the stream wasn't even gonna start. Oh my god. Does LumLum have her own channel? Yes. Yes, I do. I do have my own channel. Can I see without the glasses? Yes. Why do you have a ladder? No, that's rope. That's fishing nets. And hi everybody. LumLum has jiggle physics? Yes. No undressing on I'm not undressing on stream though. Ugh. Do you actually get money from the super chats? I don't know. We'll see. Ugh, Jesus Christ. Can't hear the super chat alert? Bully Arch. I don't know how to make the sound go up. I don't know how he does it. He doesn't know how to do things himself half the time.
Heresy's the question.
Baby!
Fire's the answer.
What? Where's Dev? I don't know. I'm not the Dev Keeper. But before I start yapping about my various concerns with the Odyssey and stuff, I'll read some super chats and everything. What's the topic of today? Well, Christopher Nolan is gonna be making a movie on the Odyssey, so that's gonna be interesting. We're also gonna be talking about how someone wants to do a remake of Labyrinth. That's gonna be something. Gonna be talking about the Scratch and Sniff Harley Quinn comic that is apparently coming out next year. Art's gone trans? No, I'm LumLum. I'm the fish. But here, let me read through some super chats first before we begin, because otherwise I don't know how this many super chats works and stuff like this. LumLum, you're a bit low. Okay, let me fix that real quick. Okay. Turned it up a little bit. And I'll speak a little more directly into the mic as well. Yeah, I don't know if it's desktop audio or what that the alerts are connected to. I don't know. But let me go through some super chats. I'm not used to this many super chats in a row because I don't really get that many. But here, let me go through super chats first. I will, mark off where I leave, where we end up. And then, I don't know. We'll figure it out. Anyways. Alright. Pedro for 10 says no politics. Does that mean no? I welcome PDF as long as they keep their child abuse outside my Discord Devo. I don't know. I don't control where the Canadian leaf comes and goes. Pedro for 5. Just contributing to the Lumicast before Dev shows up. Dev, Ace may not know about you. Go watch and Spurg. Well, Dev's not here, so... And I don't know who Ace is, so I don't know about that neither. Lord of Opossums, finally a good Archcast for 2. Lord of Opossums again for 2. LumLum cast forever. Thank you. Maybe we can do this again sometimes. Who knows? Depends on Arch, really. Zontar for 5 Canadians. Of course, Arch would miss out on the Archcast on the week Musk went mask off. At least the antis are seething in chat about Dev, so that's nice. I've been seeing some things about the whole Musk thing. I don't really pay attention to it because I don't fucking know, honestly. Alright, how the hell do I pronounce your name? Malefish? You're now Malefish. For 2, sing Under the Sea, Lumi, please. No. Not till I do my vocal lessons again. Lord of Opossums for 2. Hi, Feet Fish. Hi, Lord. Hi, Opossum. How are you? Bob Boring Name. Oh, I know you. Hi, Fish Arch. How will things go wrong this time? I don't know. Things can go wrong all the time at any time, really. Hold on. Here, let me change outfits, though. There we go. Belial for 5. Oh, yay, the Fish Cast. Steal Lazy Arch's channel. Yes, but he still gets the money. Lou821 for 100 Mexicans. You're doing great, LumLum. Keep going. Thank you. Mechanist on duty. Mechanist? I don't know that word. No interesting on stream. Bad LumLum. Leave me alone. I'll do what I want. I Cthulhu for 2. Do you actually get the money from the super chats? Maybe I'll get half. Who knows? Tick Tip Boom, thank you for a member for 8 months. I, for one, welcome our new aquatic overlord. As feet versus tail, why not both? Exactly. That's why I have both. Reality Backhand for 5. No Dev on LumLum cast. Already better than the Archcast. Thank you. Bob Boring Name for 5. Doing good. We can't hear the super chat alerts. Also bully Arch into reviewing Kingdom of Heaven. Okay, I'll bully him for that. You can do it, LumLum. Thank you, Terrence Chill for 5. Harrison Jodette for 2. Did LumLum get caught in the nets for fishes? Yes. At least 3 times. Lord of Opossums for 2. Thoughts on why Barch is gay? Oh, hello! There's the Canadian leaf. There he is.
What's up?
I am just reading through some super chats right now.
Oh. I'm sure there's a whole bunch saying, no, Dev! Ah!
Oh, god damn it, it scrolled down. Stop it! Bob Boring Name for 2. LumLum become Dev Keeper, then let Dev start. Lou821 for 20 Mexicans. We all believe in you, LumLum. Thank you. Bob Boring Name for 2. No, can't do Labyrinth without David Bowie. Nope, we cannot. And I think I will cut the super chats there. I will put a little heart on that one so I know where we left off. And let me bring up live chat.
That's actually
again.
A smart idea, yeah.
Fincast IRL. No one will ever see my face, or at least know it's me, if they do ever see me in public. And I don't know why, like, I can't figure out what audio thing is supposed to be connected to the Streamlab alerts that Arch has. I'm just happy they show up at all, honestly.
Wait, Discordia's in the chat. Isn't she in Arch's server? Why, she can join us, right?
Who?
Wait, is she in here? Yeah, she's in here. Yeah.
I don't recognize names.
Oh, you know who Discordia is?
No.
Discordia worked for Sargon for a while and kind of floated in the same sphere. She's since moved away because she started a family, but she's still around, you know?
I see. Dev bad
Wait,
mic.
Dev, is
No,
my
that-
mic bad?
No, that
Uh-oh.
just no, that just might be me because my settings aren't quite as refined as Arch's, honestly.
Oh, I see.
Is he too low? Is he too high? Or is it just sounds like he's just talking through a can? I don't know.
Dev sounds like static. Well, I mean, hold on. When you do your other podcasts,
Uh-huh.
are you the one who's streaming it and they're coming in through you, or?
No. No, that's just
Oh.
going through Mizu. He's too high. Mute.
Discordia says, I don't just wander into people's streams. Just because you can doesn't mean that you should. It's okay, come on. Come on, Disco. You've been cordially invited.
The mic is hot.
This is the Arches Away we can play stream. Ho 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 ho.
Discordia was the one who edited the pencil video. She never talks about it. You know, someone
Pencil video.
Someone sent me the pencil video and then I promptly lost it, so I don't know where it is now.
The mic sounds blown out. Oh, do you have me turned up maybe?
It's still in the green. Oh, hold on.
You know what? Here, I'll pause. I'll get out of here for a minute and listen.
Hold on. Hold on. Let me turn you down a little bit. Turn up there. All right. Yap, Devian. Yap.
Oh yeah, so it sounds like I'm cranked up somewhere and coming in really, really loudly.
I just let's see. I turned you down a bit on the Discord end, and you are now in the green on OBS. Turn him down until he's at 0.
Yeah.
All right. He sounds better now? Okay, good. All right. I apologize for that, guys. I don't know why Discord just went like that, but you know what? Who knows? But anyways, we get to talk about Christopher Nolan doing the Odyssey. Yeah. It's like, I enjoy Christopher Nolan's movies. But, like, I'm not feeling this. This is gonna be too much, like, too big of a project, even with a fucking $250 million budget.
He's doing the Odyssey?
He's doing the Odyssey. That is too much of a big project for $250 million. And the article that I seen for it kind of has me concerned as well. And along with the casting,
are you streaming like in the Discord like Arch does, or I gotta see what you're talking about.
Yeah, let me do that real quick.
Bump dev up a little in OBS. There's a good suggestion. More dev is good.
All right, I bumped him up just a little bit. All right, can you see the screen?
Disco just sent me the pencil video, so watch that later. Let's see what you got.
All right. So first,
Christopher Nolan.
So far for his cast, he has Tom Holland, Matt Damon, Zendaya, Anne Hathaway, whoever the hell Lupita Nyong'o.
She's like a pretty well known actress.
Okay, I don't know who she is. Robert Pattinson and Charlize Theron. I don't know two of those actors.
Yeah, I'll post live links, I guess. Yeah, here it is.
It's like, honestly, I don't get why they have to like have Tom Holland and Zendaya just as a package deal at this point. Oh, that one.
wait, that one? You mean that actress?
Yes.
Lumi sees black people. Which one? Oh yeah, that one. Okay.
It's like I've seen pictures of her. I've never seen her actual acting.
Yeah, there's like a subset of actors and actresses, and I think it's different for everyone. But
Mhm.
where it's like you've seen them around, but you have no idea who they are. But
Yeah.
as soon as you see them, you're like, oh yeah, it's that person.
Yes. They're actually dating IRL. Tom and well, yeah, that's why I said package
Yeah.
deal. But it's like, okay, Variety did a article on this. Everything we know about Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey. After months of speculation about Christopher Nolan's follow-up to his critical box office hit Oppenheimer, which won him the Best Director Oscar, Universal Pictures unveiled before the holidays on X that he will be bringing Homer's The Odyssey to the big screen. The Odyssey is a classic piece of literature by Homer that is divided between 24 different books, preceded by the Iliad. It tells the 10-year journey story of Odysseus, king of Ithaca, as he travels home after the Trojan War. Along the way, he encounters multiple perils and discovers the death of his crewmates. Telemachus, Odysseus' son, Penelope, Odysseus' wife, Athena, Circe, Poseidon, and Zeus are all major characters. Historians and scholars date the Odyssey sometime between 750 and 650 BC. The first printed Greek version became available in 1488. In the century since, it has remained one of the most studied, adapted, and parodied stories ever, with adaptations including the 1911 silent film. That's foreign words. I can't say foreign words.
Wait.
One.
Wait, hold on. It's not even that foreign. It's Italian.
That is very foreign to me.
That's Italian.
Foreign. Anyways, 1954's
it's Giuseppe.
Giuseppe. Whatever. I don't care. I don't care about none of these goddamn foreign words. Anyways, see who's in the cast, blah blah blah, I don't care. How will the movie be shot? According to a social media post from Universal Pictures, the Odyssey will be shot across the world using brand new IMAX film technology. Oh boy, are they gonna try to pull like what they tried doing with 3D with the Avatar movies, because it was so groundbreaking, it took forever to come out, and then that's like the only quality of it is just like, oh look it! This is brand new technology, everybody! Ugh.
Also, isn't IMAX like at least 30 years old? It's not
Yes.
that new.
Yes, but apparently they got a new technology.
Oh, a new IMAX. Do you like Nolan's films?
I do enjoy Nolan's films. Interstellar was very good. I did enjoy that one. I haven't seen Oppenheimer yet, though.
Oppenheimer's really good, but it's okay. So Interstellar has like action in it, right? And Nolan's Batman films have a bunch of action scenes. Oppenheimer has almost no action. It's all just people talking. It's a room, people talk, and another room, people talk. However, there's enough of a story there that it does keep you hooked into it. It's a pure drama movie, but it's very good. I really enjoyed it.
I know I do want to see Oppenheimer at some point.
It kind of has the same structure as what's the name of that first movie that he did that he got famous for? Like 2001 or something. It was pre Dark Knight, pre Batman. I'm sure chat knows. Well, it has the same structure as that, where it starts in the middle of Memento. There it is. Yeah. So it starts in the middle of the story, and then as the story moves forward, it also moves backward to the flashbacks, and then at the end, you come back to the middle of the story and see what it actually meant. Because at the start, you have no idea what's going on.
Oh, I see. Okay. Okay. Nolan's craft has become synonymous with IMAX as Oppenheimer, Dunkirk, Tenet, and Interstellar, which was recently re-released in theaters for its 10th anniversary, were all shot with IMAX cameras. Who else is creatively involved? Nolan is also writing and producing the film, reuniting with his longtime producing and life partner, Emma Thomas, who won the Best Picture Oscar for Oppenheimer alongside Nolan. How faithful will this adaptation be to the Odyssey? It remains unclear how closely Nolan intends to follow Homer's famous story, although the social media post from Universal Pictures teases a mythic action epic shot across the world. I don't know why you would shoot it across the world when it was just, compacted into one goddamn area. But, whatever, I guess. Alright, when is the film set to release? The film is set to release worldwide July 17th, 2026. Production starts in January of 2025. They are going to start This is going to be done in a year, essentially. Year and a half, at most. That is not enough time to adapt the Odyssey.
Yeah, I mean, 24. First of all, even if he comes in at Nolan length, like 4 hours or some shit, he's not going to get all of it. Like, this is not going to be the Odyssey, the entire thing, in one fucking movie. I don't know.
It's like it would have to be a multi-movie thing if they want to cover the entire Odyssey.
Yeah.
Because
Maybe
it is
a trilogy
a
or something?
spectacle in itself, honestly. And it's just, oh my god, I don't know.
Actually, I'm going to check this out. How long is the Odyssey?
Long.
Okay, 440,000 words. Okay. But how many pages, though? 400 pages long. I mean, that's not so long. Okay. Yeah, I still think you probably need more than one movie. Because like how long is like a Lord of the Rings book, for example?
I actually have my Lord of the Rings book right here. Second. Hold on. Gonna fucking grab it. Just so I have an accurate. There we go. So about 400 pages.
Okay, so if one Lord of the Rings book is 400 pages, and to be fair, those movies are pretty good adaptations, at least the extended editions. So maybe you could do it in one, 4-hour movie or something.
Just to tell the basic story itself with just words and without any of the special effects or how long they might actually drag it out for, it will take still a while. Because especially with how much they sail, how much Poseidon kind of fucks them up, how they have to go to Cersei's island and everything, have to, not necessarily they don't fight Scylla, but they have to go between Charybdis and Scylla and everything, and just they'd need at least 2 to 3 movies to do everything.
I'm gonna be honest. I only read part of it, and it was in high school, so I don't remember much about it.
Well, you should
I don't know what's going on here.
Reread it before the goddamn movie comes out, Dev.
I guess I'll have to, yeah.
I'm going to be doing that for my members-only book club. We've been reading Berserk. We're going to be reading through all the Lord of the Rings books next, and after that, we'll be doing the Iliad and the Odyssey.
Awesome. I'll make sure to send you some cringe fanfics to read.
You don't have to send me cringe fanfics. I used to write cringe fanfics. Ugh. Yeah.
Hold on. You can't just bring that up and then leave it alone.
What?
Which fandom were you a part of?
Many.
Reveal this. Hold on. Were these erotic fanfics?
Shut up.
Hold on.
What?
Because I think you're in your 20s, right? You're like, yeah,
28,
okay.
yeah.
So, it had to have been Twilight, right?
Ew, gross, no. That was shit writing.
You weren't shipping the two guys together?
No!
It seems like the kind of thing you would do, to be honest.
No! Jesus, no.
So you're not actually a Fujoshi in the end?
I am, just not towards that, because that's just bad fucking writing.
Okay, fair enough. I'll find a different gay couple for you to enjoy.
I have my yaoi ships that I already enjoy.
Oh, really? Who's on the list?
They're problematic. That's all I'll say.
They're problematic?
They're problematic.
Okay. Oh my god, someone in the chat says Arch and Dev. Arch.
No. Was it Italia? Don't fucking call me out.
Oh my god, was it Italia?
That was one of the fandoms I was in.
Oh man, that was a decent show, you know?
Yes, that's how I passed a lot of my history tests.
That actually makes a lot of sense, yeah.
Oh, God. But yeah, ever since the news with Nolan making a movie, people are now just like, wow, how dare people just assume that the Odyssey is popular all over the place and they should understand what's going on. It's like, yes, you should. Especially if it is as famous as Homer's works are. If you don't at least read the Odyssey before you go see it, and you're just gonna be fucking critical over it and be like, oh my god, Amy. No, shut the fuck up. Gatekeep. Fuck you. Fuck you. No.
I mean, it's not like the Odyssey has, some crazy nerd fandom around it. Like, what exactly do you plan to gatekeep?
Oh no, there's a niche nerd fandom with the Odyssey and everything.
Really? I didn't know that. Okay.
Yes. Okay. It's like this was a multi-year project that was going on, but someone actually made like a test track for a musical for the Odyssey. It is so fucking good. Like, it was. I will send you the albums. They just got finished up.
That sounds cool, actually. Yeah.
It's so good. Homer from The Simpsons? No.
No, isn't Homer the character, like the main guy?
Homer's the author.
Right. Okay. Sorry. Listen, like I said, I read it once. I was in high school. That was at this point, like I think almost 20 years ago.
You are going to read the Odyssey. It's not going to take long.
Fair enough.
If a middle schooler can read it, you can read it.
Really, middle schoolers read the Odyssey, huh?
Yes.
What is that one book that you read in high school that was a good book, but you haven't gone back to it?
I would have to. What's really fucked me up when I was a kid? Child Called It.
Sorry, what?
A Child Called It.
A Child Called It. Okay, no,
yeah.
you cut out there for a second. I thought you meant it. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
but,
A Child Called It.
Okay.
It's a depressing fucking book. It is so sad.
Oh, can't say I've heard of it, but
It's good. You should read it.
Look into it.
And look, if you want easier reading, there's a whole graphic fucking novel on the Odyssey. If you need pictures with your words.
Well, it's a poem, right? I mean, it's old enough to be a poem. Most literature way back in the day were poems. So, I'm not surprised that there's probably some editions with pictures.
Yes. All right. Besides that little rant on the Odyssey, what else did I have to talk about? Oh yeah, permaband with CDPR devs leaving, and they made their own studio called Rebel Wolves.
Yep, not surprised. And he mentions the ship of Theseus, which of course, that is how these things work. It's the reason why BioWare sucks now, and the new Mass Effect game is going to be shit, just like the last one was. Dragon Age, the new Dragon Age game's obviously shit. Everyone's talking about how shitty it is. It's the same with Bethesda. The talent to make a game like Fallout 76 is no longer not 76. Jesus Christ, no, Fallout New Vegas, not 76. Fuck me, is no longer there at Bethesda. A lot of these, this is happening. I think everywhere, frankly. I think Ubisoft's going through it too. I think Sega went through it like 10 or so years ago. Just all these studios, they're kind of going to shit, and it's because the people that made them good are all moving on.
It's like they're seeing the rats flee, essentially. Like, you know how sinking ships, you see the rats run? Basically like that. Like with Ubisoft, their most recent game that they released that wasn't a huge AAA game was NFT games.
Really? I thought it was
Yeah.
Just Dance.
Like, hold on here. I seen a.
Someone in the chat says, "Explain the ship of Theseus." Can you explain it, or should I?
I don't know what that is, so explain away, Devian.
Okay, so the ship of Theseus is a thought experiment where basically a ship goes on a voyage, and then like one of the floorboards is broken. So once it gets back to port, they fix the floorboard. They put a new floorboard in. Then it goes on another voyage, and then another piece breaks. And eventually, over the course of hundreds of voyages, eventually the entire ship is replaced, one piece at a time as they wear out.
Oh yeah,
And then after,
now I know it. You just had to
yeah,
explain that. I'm like, okay, now I know what that is.
yeah. So then the question is, well, is it still the same ship as at the start?
No, that's a whole new ship at that point. Once you replace everything in, it's like when you rebuild a house. It's not the same. It's not the same house at that point either. So it's a brand new
Yeah.
thing, just still riding on the old concept.
At what point does it become a new ship, though? Is it the
I,
halfway point, like when half of the pieces are
once it
changed out?
once it hits 51%, it's a new ship.
Okay. So then I guess if I were to like take you, and then this is gonna get a little bit grotesque. I cut off 51% of your body mass. I cut your legs and your arms off, and then I give you like robot legs and arms. And let's say that's 51% of your mass. Are you now a new person?
I would say it would probably be different between actual living, breathing things than like, a ship or a company and stuff like that. It's like you can still say it's the same in name only, essentially.
Yeah, I think the idea expressed with the ship of Theseus is that even if it's not the same physical material, it's still inheriting something that's meaningful there.
It's fair.
But the issue is that when it's used in this context, when the meaningful things are the people who are leaving, and that's why it's being used here, is because like, yeah, it might be the case that CD Projekt Red exists as a company. However, all the people that worked in the company that made the games good, they're all gone.
Yeah.
And that's
So it's
happening
like,
everywhere now.
yeah, so again, it's the same in name only. That's it. What else did I have? Oh yeah. Did you see this new Wolverine gameplay that came out?
Hold on a second. Hey, Christina. Christina Tasty is in the chat. Hello.
Hello.
She's like a big she's like a pretty big Twitter account. Not much of
Ah.
a YouTube presence, but like a big Twitter account who follows me and watches my stuff. So it's good to see her here. It's good to see she's come along for the for the Archcast ride. No, the Lumicast ride, in fact.
Yep, Lumicast for Neo. Also, before you continue, let me read some more super chats because I don't want to get overly buried. Where was I?
I'm currently looking at this gameplay you put up, though. It's mesmerizing. What the fuck?
I don't know.
Like,
But
okay, here. Let's talk about the gameplay just for a second, okay?
okay.
Because this looks like it could be like it's clearly like very early on. Like there's lots of bugs and there's lots of like roughness, but that's fine. You know, if it's an early demo, you polish it up, right? Give it another year or two of development time. But this looks like a Spider-Man game, not a Wolverine game. Like when I'm thinking Wolverine, I'm not thinking this.
Wanna know this makes me think more of what was that game called? Was it Saints Row 3 or Saints Row 4 where they got the superpowers?
4.
Saints Row 4. This makes me think of Saints Row fucking 4. Just because of how stupid he looks.
Like I get the idea that Wolverine can climb up walls using his claws. Okay, he's done that before. He's sliding uses his claws. He's done that before too. Okay, it's just this the whole free traversal over a city thing is definitely like Spider-Man's bag,
Yeah.
right? Or like Batman did it for a while too, and it kind of works with Batman, though not as good as Spider-Man. that's not like Wolverine can do it. It's within like his skill set, his power set, but it's not the kind of thing that you expect out of a Wolverine game. When you're playing a Wolverine game, you expect to be dropped into some levels where you're beating up like 30 guys at once. You know what I mean?
Just I don't know. It's like, do you think we'll see this game ever, or do you think they'll abandon it like halfway through?
um so I'm trying to recalibrate my thinking on this because normally I would say we'll probably see it. It'll just take a long time. But there's a new phenomenon that's happened in game development in the past, let's say 5 years or so, that I'm not quite used to yet, but it's definitely real. Um, and game developers have complained about this because it has positives and negatives.
Mm-hmm.
Game developers they're making their games in public now, right? So and that's good because you can let people know what's coming, but it's bad because people assume that like an early alpha build is the final product, and that can actually be really bad for a game because if support for your project gets pulled over something tiny that's going to be fixed 6 months down the line, um that's pretty bad. Here, let me see if I can show you what I mean. It's gonna loop around in a second, so wait for him to slide on the pole again, like right here. Like, see
Yeah.
how there's no collision on the pole and his claws, like it's all fucked up, right?
Yeah.
All you have to do is look at like you just look at that and you say, "Wow, this game fucking sucks. They can't even do this right." But this is also clearly an early build, right? Like,
It.
there's clearly lots of work to do on this game.
I don't know.
But
It's just like I don't like the trend of like AAA games or like more very well funded games just releasing in early access. That like honestly that should be kept with indie projects only, to
yeah, I
be
agree with that too.
honest.
I agree with that too. Yeah.
Because it's like with like for example, Power World. I understand why that's still in early access. They're still
Mhm.
working on a fucking lot. But they also blew up a lot more than they expected to. So it's like you can't necessarily say, "Oh well, why can Power World do it? They're super successful." It's like they didn't bank on them being super successful.
Yep. Yep. Someone in the chat gave a great example of what I was thinking of. Yeah, this is why Nintendo is very hush hush about their projects. Yeah, Nintendo doesn't show something until it's like good to go, or like 6 months out or something, or
Yeah.
maybe at the most a year out. Um, because they've been burned in the past as well. I think they announced Breath of the Wild like 5 years before it came out, and it looked like shit like back then. But yeah, there's um when I was in side scrollers back in the summer, and uh, Craig had brought on some developer to talk to him about how I forget his name, but one of the things he pointed out is that the downside of everyone being online and social media being so prevalent is that developers are now developing their game in public because they're posting videos like this that are early videos, they're posting art assets, they're posting works in progress, but most gamers don't look at them as works in progress. They look at them as the game they're going to play. And like looking at this game, I wouldn't buy it. This is a piece of shit. But who knows? Maybe with 2 more years of development off of what this is, it might be an okay game. But most people don't like think that far ahead. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just like I honestly think it should just go back to the way it was with the large studio games. Just keep it under wraps until like a year to 6 months out. Let
Yep. Yep.
indie devs do the whole early access thing because yes, I will support early access like indie devs. I will not support an early access fucking AAA game.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I mean, the whole point of early access is that you don't have a large platform, so you're putting your game out early. And also, if people like it and support it, you can then get more funds to further develop the game. Like, that's why you do early access as an indie. There's no
Mm.
reason for big studios to do it.
It's all tiring, honestly.
Yeah,
It's all getting so tiring.
yeah. Like
Let me
what is the term that people use? The enshittification of AAA gaming? Is that the word?
something like
Enshittification, I think.
something like that.
Yeah. There's not that many good AAA studios out there anymore. They're all just going to shit.
Yep.
Like I don't know if you saw, but there's a new Arkham game coming out, and after the shit show that was Suicide Squad, I don't really care anymore. You know?
Isn't it like a VR game or was that an old Arkham game?
That was an older one. They redid the
Okay.
first Arkham in VR. But now that they're doing, I think, Arkham Shadows, and Arkham Shadows
Oh
is supposed to
yeah.
be in the same like Arkham verse, but
Hmm.
Suicide Squad was also in the Arkham verse. So either it has to be before Suicide Squad, or it's gonna continue that terrible story, or they're just gonna make Suicide Squad non-canon, which hopefully
They're
they fucking do.
they're probably gonna make it non-canon, especially with how they're no longer developing any new content for the game. They're doing an offline mode. I think they're just gonna put it offline and then never touch it again.
Yep. So, um, I was making a Suicide Squad video back when it was new. So
Uh
like this
huh.
would have been like last February, and I never put the video out because as I kept digging and kept working on it, like new content packs would come out, and I was like, well, I should probably like add onto it. And, like I'll do a section on the Joker, and I kept working on it, and then like another project came around, like Stellar Blade, where then it got lost. The video is like 75% complete, and it's still on my hard drive somewhere, and but I haven't added the latest two characters. But very early on, when I was doing my initial dig for that video, what I discovered was that one, they always intended to pull the game offline at the end of its life cycle. So they
Hmm.
always said, "Leanne, you know what? The final update for this game that we do, we'll make it offline so that you can still play it. It's not just going to be a completely lost piece of media." It's like, okay, well, that's pretty good of them, I guess, if you care about the game. Um, and then secondly, they had something like 12 or to 16 characters planned, and it was going to be this giant fucking overarching long-lasting story that spans years and years and years.
Hmm.
And they had they had like 80% completed four of them by the time the game launched, like four extra characters on top of the original four,
Hmm.
and the others were all kind of like they were being concepted out when the game launched. So the reason that the game kept getting updated, even though no one was fucking playing it, and we got those four extra characters because they were already basically done, and it's like, well, we can just toss out all the work we did or try to get a few pennies for what we've already paid for. It's probably the
Yeah.
right financial decision, but no one cares about the game, right?
Yeah. It's better to, even though they already know it's gonna tank and no one really gives a shit, may as well just release what you got and then completely scrap it and all that because I doubt they can, write those thrown out characters as a tax write off.
Yeah, I mean, there's two options, and neither of them good, right? Like,
Hmm.
if you launch this big live service game that you've sunk hundreds of millions of dollars into, and like no one fucking plays it, and you just close it instantly, like with Concord, for example, you've just lost everything. You've
Yep.
lost everything. You're a laughing cow. And, like no one fucking cares, right? And now like you've destroyed your company, you've destroyed your brand, you've destroyed your reputation. It's over. However, if you keep releasing content updates, trying to make the game be alive again, and you just fail over and over and over and over, now it's like it's like a slow death. It's like committing suicide over the course of 20 years rather than one bullet.
I mean, it's like, but also it would be like, all right, so do you just want to get this done quick and painless, or do you want people to pity you? And just be like, wow, this is really fucking sad to watch. What happened to the game studio I really liked?
Yeah, exactly, right? Man. I mean, the solution, by the way, is don't release shitty games
I mean, what?
in the first place.
Well, it's like, honestly, when you have people like, I think this is something I talked about on my stream. I don't remember. But when you have essentially people lower down, like, the advisors telling these CEOs, like, oh yeah, these people are like, this is what's hot right now. This is what people actually want. The CEOs don't look at trends or social media or anything. They'll just believe at what their social media managers say or whoever the fuck else they
Yep.
hired to, like, do like research
Your
and
sweet baby inks,
whatever.
yeah.
Ugh. But
Yeah, yeah.
now the CEOs know what the fuck is going on because they see they're not getting a lot of money back. So
Yep.
this is
Yep.
this is essentially going to be the death of Sweet Baby in the next couple of years.
Well, they're already gone. I don't know if you noticed.
Oh no, their site's back up.
Oh, is it? What
Yeah,
happened to their site? Did it just temporarily go down?
it was down for like 2 days, and then I was like, okay, is it still down? And it loaded up, so it's still up.
Oh yeah, it's come back.
They just took a lot down from the public.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Honestly, I recall this. So I don't know if you saw it. Probably not, to be honest. But
No, probably not.
back no back. I don't know. I don't know how much you know about the original Gamergate. But back in the day, for Gamergate 1, there was a Sweet Baby analog, and it was Silver String Media. they did the exact same thing. They were this. It was again Canadian. Sorry about that, but they were this Canadian company who would based out of Vancouver instead of Montreal this time, but they did the same thing. They were brought in to do writing on various video games.
You
And
know, I think I know a good solution that'll just be absolutely perfect and will solve everyone's problems. Just nuke Canada. It's okay. I'll take Rima out, but otherwise.
Wait, what about me? You fuck.
You'll survive on your own. Rima can't even cook.
Wait, really?
No, she just orders takeout. I love Rima, but she can't cook.
Damn. Does she intend to be single?
Oh god. Alright, but let me close that and I will read some super chats.
Oh, okay. I was gonna keep going, but if you're done, you're done. That's fine.
You're done. Gonna do super chats and keep getting buried.
There's more.
You can yap about it later. Where was I? Why is there so many? Okay, here we go.
Wait, hold on.
Hmm.
I've been watching the super chats. I think we're getting more.
It's because Arch isn't here. The mountain monkey isn't here.
And there's still 1,000 viewers. Okay, listen. I'm not the problem. And you're not the problem, obviously, Lumi. It's Arch.
I'm gonna beat you with a stick. Shut up. Alright, Pyrotechnics for 10. Feed the fishy. Yes, I crave food, please. Arch doesn't feed me, help. Reverend for 20. Hail LumLum, hail fish goddess, thank you. Adam Unfriended, was a member for 13 months, thank you very much. Good, no politics, I want Lumi to do foot pic reviews on all No! Maybe she can give us advice on how to capture beautiful mermaids like her. Cheese. Cheese is the answer. Sarah was a member for 13 months, thank you very much. Lumi, great to see you taking charge. Lord knows Arch needs a bit of dominating. Either way, know the stream will be a blast. Oh, thank you. Harrison for 5. Become the dev keeper, then put Dev in a swimming pool with no ladder, or delete the door to his room. How the fuck I'm just gonna call you Dry. Dry for 2. Well, looks like you're running the show today. Yes, and it didn't blow up yet. Jackson for 2. Lumi is first monitor today. Feet push supremacy. Thank you.
Actually, I do have a question for you because everyone's saying that the big reason that there's more viewers and more super chats is because of the jiggling on screen right now instead of Arch's normal. So you have you have your mermaid model, right? And then this is your what is this office lady librarian model?
Yeah.
How do you choose which one for what projects? Is it just random? What do you feel like?
Whatever my brain tells me.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's like I can switch them out interchangeably and shit like that. It's like if I want to put Lumi's hair down and stuff, I could just do that.
So it's like the same basic skeleton. It's just you can just press a button.
Just different outfits.
Oh, that's neat. Okay, that's cool.
Let's see. Brandon for 10. Smash or pass, feed it? No. Warboss Doom for 10. How long until you take Arch hostage and force him to eat biscuits and gravy? Side note, one Tarkov stream. I don't know, I'll ask Arch one Tarkov, and whenever he comes to America, he's going to eat real food, whether he likes it or not. Insane for 50. Glory to the feet fish. May she protect us from the short fat leaf.
Haha, too bad. I'm here.
Akko for 5. Make sure Arch gives you this one. We'll see. Maybe I'll get at least 10%. Keith for 5. Get rid of Dev forever. I'm not a Canadian doctor, so I cannot provide Canadian healthcare. Salon the Lich for 50. First Kibs turns into a cat girl now. Arch turns into a feet fish. The V2 Rising beam is fully operational. Bob Boring name for 2. Arch pays LumLum in Surströmming? Is that food? I don't know. Mark Ashamed for 5. Quick, I flood the stream with money so that Arch will never stream again. And feet. Thank you, Mark Ashamed. Bob Boring name, Hiss. Mini for 2. Lum needs to get all the money of today. And maybe I'll get some. Raining Terror for 5. Darn LumLum, I post on Rumble Kick the Canadian. But while we're on topic, Dev, where's the hater exposed video? I was actually looking forward to it.
It's coming.
You have, like, too many videos that you need to make responding to people, Devian.
It's not just that. I posted a list of 9 videos in the video that came out yesterday that are, like, in half states of completion.
Oh yeah, I watched, like, halfway through your autistically long woke right video, and then I went to bed.
It wasn't even woke right, it was just the Goonergate stuff. It was like the Christians who were like, no, we're censoring boobs now, fuck you!
Yeah, I got to the end of the Melanie Mac part of it, and then I went to bed because I had shit to do in the morning.
Did you like Naomi's voice of Melanie Mac?
It was perfect. Let's see. Dry for Tooth. Thank you, ignorant slut, that you are Arch. Who knows, but I seen, while Arch was playing Vampire the Masquerade, I seen you little shits would line up the donations perfectly where the voice clip would say, you ignorant slut. And then Arch would just be like, shut up, LumLum. I'm like, I didn't even do anything. He's the one that picked the voice clip and said it.
Wait, are you playing Masquerade with him?
No.
Oh, okay.
No,
it's such a good game.
For his dono redeem, I don't know for how much money. He took the voice clip of me saying you ignorant slut while we were playing Snoot Game and just added it to his little rotation of audio redeems. So now he's just like, well, I'm just gonna have to get mad at you. I'm like, for what? He's like, you keep calling me an ignorant slut. And I'm just like, but it's not me.
Well, I mean, for like a year, he had me saying, I have lost. Because I said something like, I've lost my train of thought.
Mm-hmm.
He just cut out, I have lost. And I was like, oh, okay, thanks.
Let's see, Mythical Fool for 10, had Pats for LumLum, and Kick Dev for the memes.
I appreciate the memes.
See, Fern for 2, and I for 1 welcome our new mermaid overlady. Yay! Marksman of 1117B for 2. I'm here for the disaster, feet, and Lumi's tears. Yeah, they'll happen, maybe. Probably, who knows. Bob Boring name for 5. Dev, all will be forgiven if you consume the whole can of surströmming. What the fuck is surströmming? It sounds like a foreign
No idea.
food. Raining Terror for 5. LumLum, get
It sounds like a Norwegian thing that Arch probably knows about.
Probably. LumLum, get Mizu in here, kick Trish, and don't invite Dev. I mean, it's the Archcast server VC, so I don't control shit. Naked Ass for 15, whatever that funny money is. LumLum, awesome stream, you're the best host. Good thing you didn't let this mediocre co-host Arch in. Bell's Quill for 5. Lupita Nyong'o was in 12 years a slave. I'm tired of Zendaya. Her blank stare annoys me. Check Stream Elements too, LumLum. That goes directly to you. Okay, we'll check Streamlabs, probably towards the end of stream.
Labs or elements, because they are 2 different things.
Labs. Elements. Yeah, I have my elements, linked down there. Whatever. McWild11 for 20. Is Sargon coming too? I don't think Sargon would want to be in the same VC as me.
Why not?
I'm a VTuber.
I don't think he's... Well, I don't know.
I don't know. Drive for 20. Tenet was okay, but hard for me to follow. Did not get great reviews. I do like most of his films so far, though. More hits than misses. Oppenheimer was pretty good, but pretty goddamn long. Don't think it needed to be 3 hours. I mean, fair. Drive for 2 isn't the Battle of Troy part of the Odyssey. That is part of the Iliad, if I remember correctly. Silver Camaro 78 for 5. Dev used to dress up as a baby New Year, but he's banned from doing it now since he'd always poop in his diapers. Then he'd get a massive boner.
Thanks, Blonde.
Playlist for listening for 10. Fish show fins. Yeah, you already seen my fins. Belial for 5. They have made the Odyssey in movie form before, like in 97. Wasn't that bad for the time. I think there was a mini-series in the 2000s. Yes, there was. I think I will stop super chats there. Let me do a little mark off, and I will continue reading more of that later. Okay, yes. Robert Eggers will apparently create a new Labyrinth movie. I have mixed feelings on that. I have very mixed feelings on that. Like a continuation or a remake. But even then,
Either way,
that is not
shit.
correct. That is not right.
So,
Like,
what ends up happening, like even if it's a continuation, the continuations then end up being soft reboots anyway.
yeah.
Like with Ghostbusters, there's like a new generation of Ghostbusters are coming in, and then with like I can't recall. Yeah, with like the new Star Trek, so it's new generation. Yeah, it's they end up just being like set in the same continuity, so nothing's wiped away. They're not remaking anything, but the other characters that you used to love, they're kind of in the background in their side story, you know.
Yeah.
So either way, it's probably going to be shit.
And I was just there needs to be new ideas rather than remaking or continuing anything, because I don't like that. They're gonna CG zombie Bowie's Mighty Tongue. No.
Oh God.
No. Stop that. No. What do I have on this tab? Oh yeah, the Scratch and Sniff Harley Quinn comic. There's gonna be Scratch and Sniff pages, apparently.
Well, to be fair, back in the 90s, Scratch and Sniff was pretty cool as a kid.
Yes, I had Scratch and Sniff stuff, but this is fucking different, Dev.
Yeah, is this the fart fetish?
Yes.
Thing that I've heard about a little bit?
Yes.
So
it has 40 glorious rub and smell pages.
And one of them, at least one of them, is going to be a fart, I assume.
It's gonna be fucking bad. Ugh.
Do you have the panel of Harley Quinn filling the arena with farts?
I like probably.
Because if you don't, I'll get it to you.
Yeah, just go ahead and grab it, because my Twitter's too dangerous to browse.
Wait, is it?
Yes. I follow many VTubers who post their VTuber tits all over the place. It's fucking glorious. Not IRL tits, just their tuber tits.
Okay, there it is. I put it in live links.
Yeah, okay. There we go. Just no.
Yeah, so the Harley Quinn Fartacular, silent but deadly #1.
The fact that it's #1 and there's going to be more, just like in the cover variants as well. This one has beans. Oh.
And this is apparently the person who was commissioned by DC to do it. This is a real product. This is not someone's fan art. DC is putting this out.
I wish it was fake. Ugh, it's disgusting. it's like, again, we need to bring back shaming. I did a whole fucking stream months ago talking about how we need to bring back shaming people.
I mean, I agree. You know, the liberal in me says, hey, listen, you can do whatever you want. You have a weird fetish. You can go enjoy that fetish. It's fine. However, the right to enjoy a weird fetish does not mean that you have the right to just walk through life promoting it and not get laughed at. You don't have that right. But that's where progressivism has taken us. So yeah, perhaps you know you can still enjoy your weird fart fetish comics, but it should be normal to laugh at you if you actually like this stuff.
It's gross. It's like, I don't know. It's one of those things where I am one of those people where it's like a live and let live, you do you, my dude type of thing. But keep your fucking interests in like your own corner. Don't push
Yep.
it onto people. That is gross and disgusting. It's
Yep.
like
Completely agree.
I don't go around showing people like the various gore things I'm into.
Or your yaoi ships, yeah.
Or my very toxic and problematic yaoi ships, correct. That's for me to torment my Discord server members for.
Well, yeah, see, I mean, you watch the first half of my video, so you know that I'm also on the live and let live train as well. You know,
Yeah.
it's like a fundamental liberal value, right? So it's just it's one of those things where like you can do this, it's just fucking weird.
Yeah.
So the other tweet that I sent you, if you look in live links, this is the artist, right?
Mm.
The artist who worked on this, and this person says, I'm one of the illustrators for this Harley Quinn fart fetish comic, and I'm very displeased at all the backlash. We worked very hard on this, and I would appreciate it if you guys would just give it a shot. And it's like, okay,
Ugh.
there's not giving a product its fair shot. Fair enough. However, if you're not interested in fart fetish stuff, there is no line at which you are going to be like, I'll give that a shot. You know what I mean? Like it's just not what you're looking for. It's like it's like I'm gonna go and like order pizza, right? So I call the
Yeah.
pizza place up, and like the pizza man arrives and he delivers a walrus to my house. It's like, well, it doesn't matter how good the walrus is. It could be the top tier walrus in the entire world. I'm still not interested because I wanted pizza.
It's just like the way that they're wording this, because like this is just part one of their little response, and then they say Harley Quinn means so much to the team and I. It feels nice seeing her in this light. I hope you all can come to understand the vision. It's like they're acting like she's a side character everyone ignores. She was the most one of the most popular characters in the animated series that they brought her out of it to be her own person.
Yeah, and also it's like it feels nice seeing her in this light. I hope you all come to understand the vision. What's the vision? All right, the vision is it's a fart fetish story. That's the fucking like. Okay, if you were telling like some new Harley Quinn story that hadn't been done before and it looked a little bit weird, but it was actually a good product, you just have to let people give it a chance. Okay, I understand that. I understand this appeal in that sense. It's like, listen, guys, it might seem a little bit weird, but I promise you, it's going to be good. Just check it out, okay? Give us a chance. But us looking at this image and seeing the cloud of green noxious gas pour out of her anus, okay? That's us giving it a chance. We've looked at this image, we've given it a chance, and we're like, no, perhaps this is not what we want.
Okay, Deb, real question here. Are you going to buy
Yeah.
the comic and take one for the team and sniff it?
Oh fuck. You know what?
You
If I,
you gotta do a full comic review on it too. You gotta review the entire first, the entire first one.
I will set it as a super chat goal. That will do.
Hey everybody, Merry Christmas! What the fuck?
Hello.
We're on the fart fetish thing again?
Yes.
Hey, Dry Bread, what's
Hi,
up?
Dry Bread.
I just finished my my big Christmas special went up, and I just finished the premiere. And I thought, okay, well, I said I would hop by and jump in. I wonder what's going on. I click on it. It's the fucking Harley Quinn fart fetish thing again. What the fuck?
Yeah.
How are we still on this? Oh, gee, did it get worse? Like, what happened?
I just seen that confirmed 40 pages of scratch and sniff farts.
40
For
pages
real?
of
Oh, I think
farts.
I made a joke about it being scratch and sniff last time.
Yep, and it's confirmed.
Oh, a chat saying that I'm very quiet. You might need to boost me in Discord. Honestly,
Okay.
Discord makes me sound like the shits. I hate it.
Alright, I boost
Okay,
up by
I
20%.
fucking love this meme here. Me and the boys on the way to our local comic book store to buy every single copy of the Harley Quinn fart fetish comic.
Oh, Jesus.
LumLum wishes it was the foot fetish. No! No!
The Harley Quinn foot fetish comic. Yeah.
No!
there
Did
we go.
everybody get their Lumi in their stockings this year?
You know, I do have the ability to disconnect you from this call.
You do have that ability. That's true. Maybe I should not.
Oh god. But let's move on from this fucking shit show. And we could talk about Dandandan.
What's that?
Dandandan. It is a new anime, and the manga came out, and they got to adapt one of these quote unquote problematic scenes from the manga. And these four fucking creeps were modeled after high-ranking Chinese politicians.
I mean, yeah, I recognize them. That's amazing.
Yep, first season
me
just
and the
ended.
boys. No wait, this picture is me and the boys on the way to get the fart fetish comic.
It's the cast of General Hostility. I'm friends with the guys over at China Uncensored. Good channel.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Yeah. I was the one who taught them how to do gaming streams back in the day. They're the nicest. Back when I had my health stuff back in 2022, Chris Chappell emailed me just to wish me well. Really nice guy.
Oh, but like here's
Yeah, I don't know
the
who's that channel censor, but I do know that it's a really good channel.
Yeah, no, it's really good. Especially when they were allowed in Hong Kong back in the day, they did a lot of on the ground stuff that was really great. I've got family there who really appreciated them.
They still can't hear you apparently.
Hold on, I'm
Red,
turning
red.
him up. I'm turning up on Discord. I
And
boosted him up
I'm
by
sorry,
like 50%.
I don't know what it is, but Discord always makes me sound just so shit. I don't know what it is. Like, I'm going through the same audio interface and preamp and everything that I go through with everything else. I don't know why Discord specifically hates me. I was listening back to the Archcast that I guested on the other week, and, like, I was, like, going robo and cutting out and stuff. I don't know what the hell.
Yeah, I don't know. It's so weird because having to balance the audio in like 4 different programs is wild. I
Yeah,
wish it
and,
would
like-
just be nice and seamless, but no, just gotta make it hard. I don't know what I'm doing half the time.
Like, my audio is all good on my end and everything. I don't think I have any settings on Discord that would be making it quiet. It doesn't look quiet on my end, but I don't know.
This is like the 15-second clip that people were bitching about and shit. Here, turn it up for you guys to hear. Let me turn it down on OBS so I don't blow out everyone's fucking ear. But people were also bitching about this too.
Think like Titans from Attack on Titan, dude.
Well, they're aliens.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna say there's something zombie-like about them.
Oh,
Yeah.
they're aliens.
Okay. You mean like the actual
So-
CCP?
I assume the complaint is coming from Chinese nationals who are whining that they're making fun of the communist government of China, right? That's what's going on.
That's part of it, and also because, you know, oh no, underage anime character being creeped on by older dudes.
Oh,
Oh, not
it's
aliens
like-
in
it's
this
like-
case? Oh,
it's-
okay.
it's like they haven't watched fucking anime before. Jesus. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Like, you guys both watched the Game Awards from like 2 weeks ago or whatever, right? Last week, 2 weeks ago, whatever it was.
Your stream of it.
I just watched
Okay,
the
yeah.
trailers. I didn't give a shit about the actual awards.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
I mean,
So-
I voted for like on Craig's. If you guys haven't
Mhm.
yet.
No, I've been following his, yeah.
Mm.
But no.
Nice.
I guess what I mean though is, if you go back and you watch and you watch it, there's a moment where the guys from last year's Game of the Year winners, the Baldur's Gate 3, they came up and they gave a speech, and then they handed off the award to this year's Game of the Year winner. And that speech went viral in China for being anti-Chinese, which is fucking ridiculous. Because if you go back and read the speech, nothing about China is mentioned.
I was gonna say, I don't remember anything anti-Chinese.
Yeah, it just said it criticized certain game development practices, like leaning heavily into like microtransactions or NFTs, or basically all the things that China's known for.
Oh,
And
fair.
you saw like a whole bunch of like angry Chinese people online screaming that it was racist, and it's like,
Oh my
fuck you
God.
guys.
Well,
Gee.
over there, the CCP tries to amplify whatever will get people riled up and attach like the idea of anything that they like and they think is socially good for them, then they want to try and attach that to Chineseness as a whole, so that they can rile people up and make it seem, oh, it's anti you guys, get mad about it, even though it's fucking not.
See if I can find it. Hold on. But yeah, it does seem to be the case
writes
that like
Arch X Dev fanfiction. Huh.
No. Gross. No. Disgusting.
And here we go. Game Awards 2024, Game of the Year angered Chinese gamers. Is this what I'm talking about? Hold on. Let me quickly see
I don't
it.
know. I know that a bunch of Chinese gamers was mass review bombing whoever won Game of the Year.
No, what it was is they started mass review bombing Baldur's Gate 3 because
Oh yeah,
of the
Baldur's
speech.
Gate 3.
Yeah, so he said, the greatest titles in the industry are those that are created to entertain players, not developed based on metrics aimed at increasing market share, promoting a brand, or meeting sales targets.
I see.
And they try to drum that up as anti-Chinese. That is nuts. It's not surprising, but it's nuts.
Yeah, the reason I heard about this is because of Naomi, actually. She told me the story like a week ago. Come here. Naomi. No, Naomi's here. Here.
Whoa.
What did you hear since you last told me?
Oh, well, apparently a big part of the review bombings was because of the tone in translation from English to Chinese made it sound a lot more accusatory. Not derogative, but like, what's the right word there?
Accusatory sounds good. It's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, to Chinese. So if it's just issue with translators mostly, but they did review the hell out of Baldur's Gate 3 and failed because it's such a good game. And, and every new player that played it was like, "Oh, this is amazing." So.
By the way, Lumi still wants to play Baldur's Gate 3 with you at some point.
Ah. Okay, maybe.
Okay.
Depends
I
on
mean,
my
hey
time.
Naomi, you can add me on Discord whenever, and we can.
Yeah, I'll
we
make
can
sure. I'll put
definitely
you two in a
plan
group. Yeah.
something.
Well, no, she's quitting her job next week, so she'll have time.
Oh, nice!
Oh,
I'm gonna be starting work again next week, so I won't.
No.
Ramus in the chat says, yes, bring Nooms into translate womanese. Why can't LumLum do that? What?
Also, there's still people in the chat who think that Naomi's trans.
Yeah, I know. I was gonna say, quick, Naomi, prove that you're not Lilith. Some people
My
do
God.
not get it. How about the first clue that they sound absolutely nothing alike on any level? Does that give it away? The fuck?
Also, Naomi's penis is artificial.
Yeah.
Oh, so you do like being pegged? I knew it.
She does it the old-fashioned way with a baldo.
Oh, without the fucking baldo. Wait, hold on. How would a girl use a baldo? There's
Well,
no
she's
balls.
also she's got artificial balls too. Get with it. It's like having your
Okay.
Sega 32X to attach to your disk drive. You know?
Right. So you get you get yourself so a woman gets a strap on that has
Yeah.
balls and attach the baldo to the strap on's balls.
Yeah. Am I the first person to ever compare attaching a baldo to fake balls and take that comparison to the Sega CD and the 32X?
What the
I think
fuck?
so. 'cause I
History
just
was
fucked it
made
up.
today.
Okay, so I guess we got confirmation today that Dev gets pegged. Good
Yes,
job,
it's a
Naomi.
joke.
Keep topping his
It's a
ass.
joke.
Keep topping his ass, Naomi.
Well, it's definitively proven now. Does anyone younger than us even know the 32X?
I don't think so. I don't even think Lumi knows what 32X is.
I've
They
heard of it.
shouldn't. They probably shouldn't know what it was. It was a cool idea in theory, and it had like 10 games.
Yep. Oh well. It was like an expansion thing for the Sega Genesis. You put it on top. It gave it like more graphical powers, but didn't really
So
sell.
few games used it though.
Yeah.
That and like it's an expansion on top of an expansion. Don't you shove it in the top of your Sega CD or something weird like that?
No, I had the Tower of Power. So at one point, so the Sega CD goes onto the side of it, and
That's
then the
right.
32S goes on top. Here.
Yeah, you could
Y-
have a real tumor-covered monstrosity of a Genesis.
Here, I'm gonna send you this image here, Lumi. You can pull it up.
I have a vague memory of like a decade ago, AVGN started piling 32Xs on top of each other because you
What
could
the
slot them in.
Yep.
Yeah, you got the
Yeah.
Game Genie in there too.
Yeah,
I had a Game Genie for the NES growing up.
So this actually works, by the way, if you turn it on. Because
Yeah.
there's the Sega Genesis at the bottom, and then the CD unit is off to the side. And then you have the 32X. You have I don't know what is that red thing. I don't know what that one is. But then you have the cleaning unit, the Game Genie, and then Sonic and Knuckles,
Yeah.
and then a Sonic game. If you turn this on, it'll
Yeah.
actually run. It'll play the game. Play Sonic 2.
Interesting.
That is the console equivalent of when you play Hitman Blood Money, and you have the silver baller fully maxed out at the end, and it's just fucking hideous with 100 mods hanging off of it. This is the console equivalent.
Oh, it's the Master System attachment. Okay. Yeah, I've never seen one of those before. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, so
Jesus.
I did one of these where it was Sega Genesis, Sega CD, 32X, Game Genie, Sonic and Knuckles, and then Sonic 2. So I didn't have the full tower.
Oh. Wow, fake gamer.
Oh, I see. Arch broke out of containment. Get back in the cage, Arch.
Poisoned me with a taco. I find this very suspect. Arch would never eat a taco. He's too much of a hater.
I don't think they even have tacos in Norway.
Exactly. So he wouldn't even know whether Mexican food is good or bad, but he's convinced that it is bad.
He hates the slop food, you know.
He's reeing. Quite literally. I'm not putting words in his mouth.
Yeah, he just says
Actually-
re-scratches. Wow,
Yeah.
you really are
So-
letting the full furry out, Arch.
I don't think Arch I don't think Arch had started to groom you yet, Lumi, when the Sargon Slop Gate shit
Yet.
happened. Do you recall that?
I don't even know what that is.
Okay, so this might have been like early 2023. I don't remember. But Sargon went viral. I mean, maybe mid 2023, whatever. Sargon went viral on Twitter. Something called Slop Gate. And he said that like you can basically judge a culture by whether or not its food is actually good food or it's slop food.
Oh, I remember that.
Oh.
Yeah. And so basically like if you have a culture where all the ingredients are separate and they're kind of like off doing their own things, then that is a civilized culture. But if all the ingredients are mashed up into one slop, then it's slop. It is a slop culture.
Okay,
So-
I like British food, but he's crazy. What the fuck is he talking about?
Let's see if I can find it. I did a video on it back then, but like, let's see if I
I
can
don't-
find what the
I-
fuck.
You're
remember
gonna have
him
to
talking
send it to
about
me.
I remember seeing it like go around Twitter or something back in the day, and I thought it was really fucking dumb. It sounds like a meme. Like,
So like you know how there's always the whole like food is bland, like British food is bland.
Yeah.
Sargon said, the British rejection of spices shows that we've recognized their corrupting nature, and we've decided on the path of virtue. Your taste buds have been debauched, and they can no longer detect quality.
That has to be a joke, right?
I'm sorry
Please.
that beans on toast is not quality food.
Okay, beans on toast rocks. I'm not going to disparage British food because I actually quite like British food. However, to say that spices somehow means that your taste has been debauched is fucking nuts. What the
See if I
fuck?
can.
I'm not.
I
I'm
wanna see
sorry.
if I can find
Am
his
I
take.
not allowed to spice my food? I'm sorry. Is Laurie's seasoning salt not British? That is
Oh,
a
Lowry
spice.
seasoning is my favorite to use.
It's
Oh.
fantastic.
Yeah, it was summer of 2023, and he took aim at the Mexicans, Lumi.
Oh, really?
There you go.
Wow.
Ugh.
Mexican food is absolutely atrocious. The chilies are there to hide the taste of poor quality ingredients, not enhance flavor.
Can it not also be used to enhance flavor while using good quality ingredients? I don't think this is mutually exclusive. I make good quality food with good quality ingredients, and I also use hot sauce.
Okay.
Do I not exist? Like, what the fuck does
Arch,
this
get back in
mean?
your cage.
Also, here, pull these tweets up, Lumi, because they're fucking hilarious. Okay, the American's palate is so abused by the food of the foreigner that he can't distinguish flavors outside of an extreme range. It is either blisteringly spicy or mind-numbingly sweet. He is the victim of culinary Stockholm syndrome.
He can't really believe this, right? Like,
What?
this has to be a joke on some level, because this reads like a joke.
I mean, I think he like 1/4 believes it.
I think that's what it is too. I think he's having fun fucking around and smiling and sending this, but he believes it on some little bit of a level. But like, this is nuts, because some people just think this.
Yeah. Wait. So, scroll up in the thread, Lumi, to where he talks about the shrimps and lime. It's like 2 or 3 tweets up. Yeah, there it is. This legitimately looks unpleasant to me. Prawns, chilies, avocado, lime. This isn't a meal. It's an assault on the senses.
Has he ever
No, that is
tried it?
delicious. Put that on a tortilla and you got a fucking
No.
meal.
Yeah, that actually is really kick-ass. Like, fucking who can complain about shrimp? Come on. It's so good, and it's good for you, and it's easy to cook with, and what's wrong with
So-
stir fry? I'm sorry, is stir fry uncivilized in some way?
Yeah, because it's all the different flavors and all the different ingredients mashed into one thing. Right?
Did you know that complementary flavors complement each other? Mind blown.
I mean, it's
I
like,
guess-
okay, when you guys were saying that Sargon said that slop food is like a bunch of food mixed together, I thought you meant like put into a fucking like NutriBullet and blended together, then yes, that's slop. But this, no.
My protein shakes are not slop. They're delicious.
So
As long as you're
if
not
you
putting
scroll-
roaches in there for extra protein, you're fine.
Okay, well, I'm not a freak, so
if you scroll down 3 tweets, you'll see where he says there's a picture of UK food. Okay, a bit more. There it is. Yeah. So there's like mashed potatoes, sausages, peas. Okay, and like there's some gravy, some onions. Like I'm sure that's a perfectly fine meal. It probably tastes
Yeah.
fine. But his point though is that because the ingredients are separate into different dishes, like you can clearly see there's the potatoes, there's the peas, there's the sausage. That is the sign of a civilized culture. So for Sargon, the UK, I think France and Germany, Japan, these are civilized cultures. However, when you go to like Italy with lasagna, or you go to Mexico with all these crazy stir fries and rice and all and like beans and all this shit, these are slop cultures.
wow. Italy. I'm sorry, Milan, Italy, the foundation of the Renaissance, slop culture. The fuck are you talking about?
Ugh.
Like, look, we can all make our jokes about how, like, oh, the refined palate of the Italian, and yet they make like 15 different kinds of pasta, which is just different fun shapes for their same noodle. We can all make
Yep.
jokes about that, but they do actually have like really amazing cuisine.
Mm.
Like, it's not all just different fun shapes with the same thing.
Anyway, he caused a big old shit show, and it was hilarious.
That is
Yeah.
funny.
He caused Slop Gate, and it was like a temporary flash in the pan.
Yeah.
Hold on. So, someone in the chat says, obviously, Dev has never been to Italy. No, I haven't. My parents have. I've been to other places in Europe, but not Italy. However, I'm relating what Sargon thinks, not what I think. Okay.
What? I thought that you were
I don't
tweeting
believe
on.
in it.
I thought you were tweeting on Sargon's account. This is all just yours. You looking at the screen, or?
And you know what? Like, here, I'll post this too if you don't mind. When Sargon posts, the traditional English breakfast, this looks really fucking good, dude. There's like fried tomatoes and mushrooms.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
eggs in there. Like there's
Yeah,
bacon.
this
That
is
looks
why
great.
I don't
I'd eat this.
subscribe to everyone's opinion where they're always like just shitting on British food and saying it's bland. No, dude, you just haven't had the right British food. There's some real good British food.
That looks great.
Yeah,
The
full
full
English
English
breakfast.
breakfast, man.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's not the most full English breakfast. You can get really extravagant with it if you want to, but like, there's levels.
What
And,
is it
like,
missing?
Like, what the fuck? Sunny side up egg rocks. You can make it like 1,000 different ways.
Yeah.
Who's gonna complain about bacon? Just do it right, and it's good. I cook with bacon fat all the time.
Yep.
Oh my god, like, ugh. I don't know. People suck. People just want to like shit on the food cultures that they aren't a part of or that they don't personally like. But it's like this shit got popular for a reason, and often it's because it's good.
Now I'm
The
hungry.
exception is like American food, because like American cheese is kind of
Well, there's a
weird
whole
and
lot of
plasticky
American
and-
food that like people just kind of forget is American food because it's become so culturally ubiquitous with like every other country. Like pizza is American, not Italian. Italy picked it
Yeah,
up
fair enough.
from Italian Americans, and
Mhm.
pizza is so unbelievably popular that it's like every country has pizza now. That's American food, and it's damn good American food.
Yeah.
Man,
Um,
I gotta eat after stream because I haven't eaten yet.
Sorry, we're making you hungry talking about
you know
this.
what? I
stuff.
haven't eaten it today either.
What
Oh
the
my
fuck's
Well,
wrong
god.
with you
the
guys?
feeding
I
hour
make
has
good
not
food.
passed.
No, man. Like I've actually been hard at work on something today. I like rolled out of bed at like I don't know 8 o'clock or something, and I forgot to have coffee even. I've just been going on nothing but water today.
Wow.
You still working on that Dustborn one?
I probably should finish it, eh?
I'm like
Here's the
halfway
thing.
through your video from the other night. I'm like halfway through it right now.
Oh, the Gooner Gate video.
Yeah. I'm like maybe like 10 minutes into you talking about what was his name? The third guy, the Christian dude who's kind of a grifter. I just got
Brent,
through a
yeah.
bunch of him. Yeah, a bunch of him talking to Savvy on Twitter. I'm like midway through that.
Yeah. I mean, the first two, I can kind of excuse, even though I disagree with them.
Yeah.
And I go into why a little bit later. The TLDRs, they both kind of had some personal tragedies that made them turn to religion. So I understand it, even though I'm not religious. But Trent is actually just a fucking grifter. Like, he's actually just a piece of shit, in my opinion. So I go hard on him.
Yeah, I can understand that. It's nice seeing someone who knows Melanie Mac a little bit talk about, what makes sense and what doesn't with her. Because, like, as someone on the outside with her, I never watched her or anything. Whenever I do see her come up, it's always through Twitter, and almost everything I see from her is like, she seems like a genuinely unlikable person, like just cruel to people. And like on some level, I see people say that she's trolling, and it's like, okay, maybe they're jokes that I'm not. I don't know her well enough, and so I'm not seeing the jokes in here. So also, I don't want to be too harsh and too judgy or anything. But like, whenever she does come across my timeline, it's like, man, you're kind of a bitch. What the fuck's this whole thing about? Why are you acting like this?
The only
This
time I
isn't
ever
necessary.
seen Melanie pop up was when she was saying the F word.
Yep.
Yeah.
And like, whatever. I don't care if people say that. It's just.
And neither do
Yeah.
I. I don't care either.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't really care about that. I care about like her just actually being fucking mean all the time. I don't know. It just feels so unnecessary. And then when she gets into like the hyper Christian censor this, censor that, I mean, I'm not religious. That has there's nothing appealing about that to me. That's just like, you're like those dorks who was trying to censor games back when I was a kid. I don't like that shit.
It's like, to
Yeah.
be honest, someone who I follow who is religious but is also a big gamer nerd is Wendigoon. It's like he
I like
is
him.
he is a Sunday school teacher at his Baptist church, but he still
Yeah.
does like horror streams and everything. So it's like,
Well, he's like a genuinely nice person. That's
Oh,
the
yeah.
difference.
Yeah.
Like, I like him.
So here's the thing, right? Like, because I briefly crossed paths with Melanie Mack in like 2015, and it's one of those things where like we spoke a few times, and it's like passing acquaintances sort of thing. There's it's not like we were friends or anything, but it's like, oh yeah, I remember that person. I spoke to them. They were cool, right?
Yeah.
And I reconnected with them on side scrollers back at the start of the year, and everything's been chill pretty much. And we've had a few conversations here and there, and like everything's been. I think every experience that I've had with her, either then or now, even though there's been like a handful of them at the most, they've all been positive experiences, and she's always been a really nice person. However, when she's on Twitter, she's insane. Which, by the
Yeah.
way, I can sort of sympathize with, because apparently I'm that way too.
Yeah, a
I'm
lot of
more
people
insane.
definitely see you that way. Well, that's part of why, like, I don't take her on Twitter too seriously, because I understand that perspective is how people probably think about you, where they probably think on Twitter, you're fucking nuts, but when they just watch the videos, they think you're okay. So
Yeah.
I kind of look at that and I'm like, okay, I don't know her very well. To someone who doesn't know Dev very well, that might be how they see him.
Yes, that's certainly true. However, when if you actually talk to her about the anti-gay stuff, she's very open about it. She's like, oh no, I'm religious, and I follow the Bible very strictly, and so I think being gay is degenerate, and I think people shouldn't do it, and I think we should ban gay marriage. Like, she's very straightforward about it. She's not rude, but she's also not shy about saying it.
At least she doesn't hide it. I
Eh,
appreciate the honesty, even if I think it's awful.
it's like everyone has their beliefs, and it's like, as long as they're not in your face about it, I don't give a shit, honestly. But it's like we're not here for the religious talk or anything. We're just here to shoot the fucking shit. And
Yeah.
speaking of shooting the fucking shit, apparently Time Magazine says that Dragon Age Veilguard is the best game in 2024. I don't know, guys.
Wait,
what?
Hold on.
Hmm.
Never mind. Sorry. Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
It's like, I don't know. What do you guys think? You think that Dragon Age the Veilguard really deserves the title of best game of 2024?
No.
I mean, everybody I know who actually played the game probably wouldn't say that.
just-
Like, that's the
It's-
thing, is like, if you just want to look at the outside and not see any of the problems because you didn't fucking play it yourself, sure. But everyone I see who actually played it, like even people who are really into Dragon Age, the most they'll say is like, it was alright. No one will even say it was the best Dragon Age, because everyone who played it still says Dragon Age Origins was the best one.
Just says the mainstream media continues to expose their bias for games that push progressive/pro LGBT agenda by calling Dragon Age the Veilguard best game of 2024. This was
Oh, God.
posted on Fandom Pulse.
Which brings us back around to Trent, because after Trent got drummed out of that park place, he went over to Fandom Pulse, which is why I was wondering, like, did Trent write this article? I don't think he did. No, Tebow did. Okay.
Yes. The Time Magazine has done the unthinkable in gaming and named Dragon Age Veilguard the best of 2024. The 2024
It's so
Game Awards
stupid.
have come and gone, but the backlash stemming from several controversial snubs is far from over. The wildly popular Black Myth Wukong won the Player's Voice Award despite losing out on Game of the Year to Sony exclusive Astrobot. Stellar Blade, another massive Sony exclusive, was left off several categories entirely, which I find bullshit, and was eventually defeated by
Yep,
Final Fantasy
agreed.
VII Rebirth in the Best Score and Music category. Get out of here.
Here, just real quick, look at those 6 selections, right?
Yes.
Now, I don't think that Erdtree should be on that because it's a DLC, and
This
they
shouldn't be
clearly
on
changed the
here.
rules.
This
Yeah.
shouldn't be on here.
Well, I don't know about that, because like Rebirth isn't really a remake. It's a sequel.
Reimagine, like, yeah, it's so different from the original. Like, I get that they're kind of telling a similar story, but it is like
Rebirth is an alternate timeline,
so
essentially.
unbelievably different. Like, you couldn't play the old one and then the new one side by side and say it gives you the same game experience.
Yeah, it doesn't. And they made the point in remake that it's not actually a remake; it's an alternate timeline.
Yeah.
So it
Wasn't
is
that,
it
like,
is a
the
new
big
game, right?
That was like the big crazy thing at the end of the initial release, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and everyone fucking hated it.
Yeah,
I still
see.
fucking
I
hate
don't
it.
even know what happened because I didn't really go that deep into it. I beat like the original game back in the day. Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. Not even my favorite Final Fantasy. I liked 6 more
Oh,
and
6
4.
is definitely great.
4, 5, and 6 all really rocked. Honestly, of all of the original ones, I liked all of like the original 6 either than I mean 2 had that really weird level up system. And I guess like 3 is kind of just a not as good version of 5, but it was still good.
You know,
Yeah,
it's
the
like
original,
I
the
would
original six
love
are good.
to see a, you know, not just a pixel remaster, but like, you know, something similar to Final Fantasy 7, or even just put it in the style of Final Fantasy 16 or Final Fantasy 6, so we can see fucking Kefka in all of his goddamn glory.
Yeah.
I fucking love
Yeah.
Kefka.
Yeah. My
Ugh.
god, I
Oh my
replayed
God.
that game again last year, Final Fantasy VI. I did it on the SNES version through like Steam Deck, just on my TV, because
Mhm.
the SNES version is the only one where you can do multiplayer. Now the multiplayer is very buggy, but it's still a fun time, just some couch co-op. Um it's so insanely buggy that if when you like hit the A button and you're gonna do like one of Saban's blitz moves, if any other player on any other controller does any button inputs, it auto fucks up your blitz. There's like all kinds of weird little things like that. They can cancel your blitz for some reason. The entire evade system is broken in the SNES version, where the all evasion is based on your magic evasion rather than like any other stat. So as long as you get your M defense up, you can block anything. Like there's all kinds of weird bugs in it, but the multiplayer in that is so fun, and that game has aged so well. I
Yeah, it
love that
really
one.
has. Here, I do want to stay on topic though because there's something I wanted to say here.
Sorry, my bad.
Can you go back to that image? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's take Erdtree off because it's a
Mhm.
DLC. All right. These other 5 games, they're all really good games, right? Any one of them could have won Game of the Year, and I would have been okay with it.
Mhm.
Um, I can't think of Veilguard of all fucking games being better than any of them.
I mean,
Like
like, okay, if we go down to time release, their 10 best video games of 2024. The entire list of games are ranked as follows: number 1, Dragon Age: The Veilguard; number 2, Astrobot; 3,
Okay,
Final
yeah,
Fantasy VII Rebirth; 4,
yeah.
Silent Hill 2;
Mhm.
5, Nevia. I don't know what that is. Never heard
I don't
of
know what
it.
that is either. Yeah, no idea.
6, Alan Wake 2; 7, Black Myth Wukong; 8,
Hold on a
Star
second.
Wars Outlaws.
Dude.
just real quick. Alan Wake 2, that's the DLC for Alan Wake 2, isn't it? 'Cause Alan Wake 2 came out last year.
I
Yeah,
think you're right.
yeah, this is the DLC. Night Springs in the
Okay.
Lake House.
Why
Number
is Star
9,
Wars
Lego
Outlaws there?
Lego Horizon Adventure, and number 10, Helldivers 2.
Yeah, so there is no way that Star Wars Outlaws is better than Helldivers or Palworld. Like,
Okay,
there's no fucking way.
I watched you and Dave play a bunch of Outlaws. I was there for a bunch of that, and like it seemed so bland and bog standard. The only thing I ever was saying in the chat on that one where it's like that stood out as really good is the music and the sound effects, but that's just because I really like Star Wars music and sound effects. Everything else was so bog standard, and the stealth looked so bad.
Well, okay, have you played it, Lumi?
Played what?
Outlaws? Star Wars Outlaws.
Outlaws? No.
Okay, here, I'm
Good.
gonna try to I'm gonna try to explain this to you, okay? So
Uh-huh.
the game gives you forced stealth sections, okay? Where even though you still have your gun and it's still like in your holster, you must stealth. You cannot pull the gun out at all. If you're
Mm.
caught, it's an instant game over.
Yeah.
And there is no in-game logical reason as to why some of these sections are forced stealth and some of them are action sections. They just are. In fact, there are several moments in the game where you stealth up to a point, and then it's like she remembers she can pull her gun out and then start fighting.
Oh,
And,
hold
and
on,
then the
wasn't
action
that the
section
game?
begins. It makes no fucking sense.
Hold on, isn't that the same game that the enemies would just kind of stand in front of you and not do anything?
It might have been. There were several games like that this year.
Okay, well, I mean,
I don't
anytime you
remember.
duck into the grass, they basically forget you exist. So yeah.
Yeah, that's right. So
Gee.
so if you're ducking in tall grass, it's perfect stealth. The enemies
Yeah.
cannot come and get you. They shoot around the grass, but they never actually go to investigate you. you have like perfect stealth.
Mm.
It's nuts. It's like you jumped into a hay bale in Assassin's Creed, and it's like you're just in the safety zone now.
Yeah, there was a moment on stream where like Dave he just decided just to be a dick and like charge like an Imperial base, like front door style.
I
Mhm.
remember that.
Yeah, he attracted like a whole bunch of stormtroopers and also a fucking walker. What are they? ATSTs? He attracted.
The Walker ones, yeah, ATST.
Yeah, so there's like an ATST walking around shooting him, and like it's like these things will just fucking insta kill you in the game, right? Then he jumps into the tall grass, and like suddenly all the soldiers, immediately the soldiers are like, "We can't find her. Where did she go?" And they're like looking around, and they're just shooting at random places, and like the ATST is just like pacing back and forth, and like and by the way, all the characters are looking at the player, like they're looking at
Yeah,
KFS,
yeah. It's
but
like
they don't know where
you're
she
there,
is.
but they can't sift through this like 10 by 10 step patch of grass. It's
So,
so
like,
ridiculous.
they're just shooting all around the grass, and like they're like walking and trying to look, and they just can't fucking find you. And I'm like, wow, you just have perfect stealth. And when you're in the grass, it's a terrible game. It's a truly terrible game.
I saw someone in the chat that was bringing up Hitman. Yeah, so I'm a huge player of like every Hitman game. I love Hitman games. I've played it like my whole life. As a Hitman player, there's so many things in Star Wars Outlaws where I just look at the stealth and I'm like, you could do this a million times better, and it's been done a million times better in Hitman, which is such a popular series. Like, couldn't you even just copy that on some level?
I've never played a Hitman game before. I've been meaning to, but
God damn,
just
they're
haven't had the
goofy
time.
fun. They're so goofy fun.
All right. The next thing that I was going to yap about was
Oh, I thought we were gonna keep going with the
Is it-
article.
it was just talking about like just everything that we already know. Sweet Baby Inc. being involved, pro LGBTQIA XYZ, whatever bullshit and
yeah.
all that. So
Did I see Laura Kate Dale when you were scrolling through that?
I don't
You
know
might
who
have.
that is.
I saw blue hair and I
Oh,
thought
Then
I
yes,
recognized her.
probably.
Wait, Lumi, do you want to know the Laura Kate Dale lore?
Man, I haven't
I don't
talked about
know
her
who
in a
that
while.
is.
Okay, we need a word to easily describe this type of person because they run the range from like Anita Sarkeesian and Alyssa Mercante, people like that, to
Mhm.
Zoe Quinn, to I don't know, like basically person who works in video games who is either a woman or a trans woman and who is very
Insane.
far left, very progressive, very
Insane.
ridiculous, and they're just nuts.
Just call them crazy or mental
Just
ward
call them
patients.
Mental
Do we want to add to this definition that they explicitly say they hate gamers? Because
Yeah,
that
actually,
seems
that's an important part,
to
yeah.
overlap with a lot of them.
Yeah, that is the unifying thing, I think, actually, is that they're all creating products for an audience that they hate.
Yeah, and like they explicitly tell you that they hate gamers. Like that's not a thing that they hide. They brag about how they hate gamers. Like that's an in-group thing.
Yeah. So Laura Kate Dale is one of these types of people, and they have a bunch of deep lore, and it's terrible. They're just a genuinely awful, sickening fucking person.
I only learned about her initially because of like Total Biscuit. She would be on like the co-optional podcast and stuff sometimes. So like when shit started kicking off and everyone started digging up how awful she is, I was like, oh shit, I know her.
Huh. Well, that's something you're gonna have to yap at me about later, because I think that just sounds like a person that you can go on about in like a 4-hour video, kind of like
Oh
with
yeah, like that's his own
anybody.
diatribe.
Yeah, it's a deep dive of lore. I mean, if we were to sit down and do like an Alyssa Mercante stream, we'd have to like get up all the tweets from the past year and all the Sweet Baby Inc. stuff and all the lore and talk to Smash JT because she's suing him right now and like all this shit, right? It's a whole fucking dive. She's like that. She's on that level, yeah.
Did you see that Notch gave him $5,000 for the lawsuit?
Oh, really? That's cool, man. Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah.
I think it was 5,000. It was a couple thousand. That's all I remember. But all I seen was Notch. I'm like, hold on, wait. Minecraft Notch? That Notch?
I hope he actually did it because there's been
he
times
did.
before where he was funding like lawsuits and stuff, but then his money people quietly stopped sending the money and Notch didn't know about it until he found out again and then started sending it again. That happened
Yeah.
to poor Carl Jobst at one point.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Notch is actually like even back during Gamergate, he was on the side of gamers in Gamergate 1.
Yeah.
Like
No,
he's
Notch has
he's always been one of
cool.
us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Notch has always been really good, which is why they shamed him so bad, but like he
Oh, yeah.
doesn't give a fuck. He has fuck you money. He doesn't need to give a fuck.
Oh, I wish
Yeah.
I had fuck you money. Oh god. That'd be so fun.
I know.
Speaking of fuck you money, guess what company doesn't have fuck you money anymore? Ubisoft.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yay!
It's from Pirate Nation. PC Gamer, Assassin's Creed Shadows is Ubisoft's final chance to survive. It's over. Ubisoft's list of failures the past year. Avatar, Frontiers of Pandora failed to bring in players. Prince of Persia, The Lost Crown underperformed. I heard this was actually really good. Skull and Bones.
It was actually a really good game, yeah.
Oh, I didn't even hear it fucking happened. That's sad.
Yep. So here, okay, I do want to talk about Lost Crown real quick because, I mean, first of all, everyone memed on it because the guy's name in Lost Crown is Sargon. So it's like, Sargon of Akkad. But like, everyone complained because they were doing, it's the whole DEI thing. I can't believe you would make the main character of a Prince of Persia game black because he's not Persian, he's African now. And it's like, okay, fair enough, I get it. And he has like I put the image in live links, Lumi. You can see he has like the shaved side of the head, and you can see the DEI influences on this character design, right?
Yeah.
Nonetheless, though, the game was actually a good game. And it actually played really well.
Oh, this one, I did see like the poster of that. Okay.
I tried opening the goddamn image and it downloaded it to my screen, my computer.
Oh,
well, that's your wallpaper now.
That's your wallpaper. I'll get it here. You know what? I'll post this PC Gamer review because there's a good image just as the thumbnail of it. There.
Okay.
So yeah, like very clearly a DEI inspired, somewhat DEI infected, whatever character design.
That.
But the game itself was a good game, and the gameplay was good, and the way the game, like the graphics, the music, it was an overall a solid game. But I think because of the character design, people didn't give it a chance.
Yeah, I can see that.
I do think that like. We are now kind of at a point where things are swinging they're now swinging to the other side, where it's like if you get even a whiff of something that might be DEI like adjacent, we're not going to buy your game. And I understand why, because there's like Veilguard's an obvious example as to why you shouldn't, right?
Yeah.
But it also does mean that decent games might fall through the cracks, and this one was one of them because this game's actually a good game.
I'll have to check it out at some point. PC Gamer, fuck off. I don't want to give you shit.
Like, I get it. If it looks just like the shit that keeps being bad games that also preach at you, but then you make a good game that doesn't preach at you, but it kind of looks like it's gonna be one of those, then people just have like a knee-jerk aversion to it, and like, yeah, that makes sense. I can't complain too much about that because it's like, well, yeah, they've been dealing with that for the last forever.
So here's the thing: like people in the chat right now, they're screaming, "Kick Dev's retarded." No. Listen, Arch agrees with me on this. All right, because Arch has said the same thing about X-Men '97. X-Men '97, as like the TV show where they continued the cartoon from back in the day. That TV show looked woke as fuck, and he said no, it was a really good show. And he made the same critique that things like the woke senses are now overtuned, and we're now discarding things that are good because they look like they might be woke.
Yeah, it sucks because like who gives a shit what the fuck it looks like at some level? Like the whole reason we don't like those games in the first place is because they were shitty games and they preach at you, and like the look of them was just kind of like a side thing, I guess. If it just looks like that but it's good and it doesn't preach at you, then why do we care?
It's just like I honestly think people react the way they do is because we have been like trust has been broken essentially.
Yeah.
Yes.
Especially with it's like especially like because I haven't really been, looking into this stuff too much until like this year, honestly, because I was just playing either the same game for the past like 3 years, or I just play old games. Never really play new games all too often, honestly.
Same.
But
I
I'm
mean,
you know
if I
just
what?
play new games, it's
Same.
like little indie things usually.
yeah.
Well, for me, it's Nintendo games, right? Like I'm enjoying the new Zelda game, but if you're not a Nintendo fan, it's not going to appeal to you. It's clearly for Nintendo people. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
so it's
Nintendo's
like
really good about not like going with whatever the trend is. They kind of just do their own thing, and I like them for that.
Yep.
uh
You're right. This list you're going through, yeah. Because
Skull and
I have
Bones didn't
comments on
make a
several of them.
splash. The Division Heartland was canceled. Prince of Persia:
Rip.
The Sands of Time was pushed back to 2026. Star Wars
Now, is that the remake
Outlaws,
of the original Sands of Time
I think
from
so,
like
yes.
2002?
Yeah.
Okay.
I liked
Yeah,
Sands of Time. That was a good game.
it was a good game, but also it was an incredibly popular game, and
Very,
like
yeah,
they
unbelievably.
they desperately need to, if there's one remake or remaster they got to bring out to like try and like get their company above water again, it's this, and the fact that it's pushed back is rough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Star Wars Outlaws didn't set the galaxy on fire. Assassin's Creed Shadows was delayed until 2025.
Okay,
Yeah.
real quick, let's jump on these two, because Star Wars Outlaws, I think the estimate was that it cost 200 million to to make.
Oh, I'm sure
And
it
when
was high budget.
I was on an EFAP episode talking about Star Wars Outlaws, and basically as we were talking about, like, you know, just the game, I dug up a few numbers from Mahler, and basically 200 million to create, and it made 70 million in its first month.
Ooh.
Now 70 million is nothing to sneeze at, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, but for
but
that budget.
yeah, they are there's no way they're making that money back, right? Like, if they had, you know, 1/4 of that budget and then they made 70 million in their first month, they'd be like, oh, you know, we broke even, we're making money, like everything's good, right? But I think it's because it's like, because there's like, I don't know if no, that's right, you guys haven't played it. It is not a $200 million game. When you look at it, when you play it, when you see how much content there is in it, there is no fucking way this is a $200 million game. What it is they bought the Star Wars IP, and that's probably where a whole giant chunk of the money came from.
Yeah.
And also there's like they got like celebrities to be in the game, and it's like, well, yeah, but the game's not any good.
Yeah,
You
we
could've-
spent
could've
a bunch
got-
of the budget on the things that don't really matter so much, either than like getting your foot in the door, I guess, and then didn't spend enough on making it fun.
Yeah. It's like we are unfortunately too deep into this, but they need to stop hiring Hollywood actors for like voice roles or stuff like that. Because that is what it is inflating these prices so much, is because Hollywood actors will demand their like average movie pay, even if it's just
Yeah.
their voice and they're not doing
Yep,
shit else.
And that's kind
And
of
also-
like always been true. You can look at fucking Fallout 1, and it's like that game rocked. You can still go back and play it now, and it still rocks. And that company went out of business and had to get sold because it did not make its money back. Not in the short term, it didn't. And they spent a lot of money on some of those voice actors being very famous actors.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they had Worf's actor, right, from Star Trek.
They did. They had a lot of
doing
famous
Marcus.
actors doing the.
Yeah.
They had a lot. Well, Marcus was Fallout 2, but that also cost
Oh,
them
right,
an
yeah, yeah.
arm and a leg. But both Fallout 1 and 2 had a mountain of content because they had to get rushed out early to make their money back, because both of them cost so much, and both of the times the company that made it died, even though these are cult classics and everybody loves them now and they've aged
Yeah,
really, really
yeah.
well.
I mean, I recall, like, see, I didn't play Fallout 1 and 2 back in the day. I played it when I was older. But
Mhm.
the first Fallout that I played was Fallout 3. And they got Liam Neeson to be your dad in Fallout 3, and it was the same kind of thing. I remember on
Yeah.
4chan, everyone was saying before Fallout 3 came out, they were like, listen, this is not going to go well, because how much money did it cost them to get fucking Liam Neeson to play a main character in this game? Like, yeah, it looks good as a headline, but it's like, and now keep in mind, Fallout 3 ended up being a good game.
Yeah.
But I think
It
we
sold
started,
great.
yeah, it did. But like, we saw the beginning of the end. You know what I mean? At this point, because yeah, you had celebrities come into games and do good roles, but then I think the corpos probably took the wrong view of what that is, right? Because the games are also good, but the corpos were like, oh, we can just buy a celebrity and it'll work out. It's like, no, you also have to make a good game.
Bethesda was doing that with Oblivion as well, and it worked out for them in Oblivion because Oblivion also sold amazingly. But they had Sean Bean as Martin Septim in that. and he was like the main. Okay, well, he was the main story character, but with the way most people play Oblivion, I bet you more than half of players never even ran into him.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
I didn't. The first like many years I played Oblivion, I did literally none of the main story, so I didn't even know Sean Bean was in the game.
Really?
Now I've beaten the game several times for challenges on my channel, and I know that you can beat that game in like two hours. Like I'll do challenges where it's like the only thing I can do is restoration magic the entire game, and I'll still beat the game in like 2.5 hours because the actual main plot to Beeline is really short.
I will say though, there is a step down from having celebrities, and it's having YouTubers.
Oh,
When you start hiring
God.
YouTubers for your fucking voice roles
Yeah.
for video games, like it's done. Pack it
I
up.
don't
You know?
always
Yeah.
hate that, but I usually hate that.
It's like, okay, there's a difference between random celebrity YouTubers and YouTubers that are like, passionate about the game and they actually go through like vocal coaching and stuff for voice acting. There's a difference between Young Yeah and like, someone who's passionate. Yeah, fuck you, Young Yeah. You fucking suck. Anyways.
Yeah, he's ruined several projects now, and it's fucking.
Yeah.
I see some people in the chat saying, no, let Dave do it. Okay, yeah, Dave's the one who can, because Dave is a good
Okay,
voice actor.
Dave is awesome at that though. Like
Yeah.
he can like he just pulls out voices randomly on the show and he's really fucking good at it. Some
Yeah,
people just have
Dave
chops
has a crazy
for it.
talent. Dave has a. By the way, those of you who don't know, Dave's my editor, and I stream with him. But he has
It's
crazy talent for
unbelievable.
voices. He has a huge range. He can do like every fucking accent you ever asked of him. Like
Just
it's
on the
incredible.
spot. Like you'll be playing a game. You'll be playing like I don't know Resident Evil. You pick up a random file and you could read this in any voice you want. Every time you pick one up and he's gonna read it, he reads it in a different voice, and everyone is like, "Damn, this could be like a whole cartoon character that people would love." Like this is so good.
Man, I wish I could do like accents on command and shit like that, but unfortunately, I'm one of those people that needs to listen to the accent for at least like 30 minutes and then I'll be able to pick it up for a bit. But otherwise, I can't do it on demand.
I mean, you do have kind of a Midwest accent as it is.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's just how I talk.
Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, so as an American Lumi, how Canadian do we sound anyway?
That's a fun question. You sound more Canadian than me, I think.
You think so?
I mean,
think
you just
so.
you sound like a
You're
normal
a bit
person.
more,
Both of you sound normal, except when you say out. You say oot.
out.
Out.
See, that's the thing is some people say that we say oot, but we don't say oot. Oot is like maritime. We say out. We pronounce the OU pretty hard, but it's not OO noise. That's a different noise.
Or
for us.
how you say sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah. You know what?
Sorry.
The way Dev says milk is a little bit more
Milk?
rural than how. Yeah, he's got more of an e noise in there, and that's how I would have said it.
Oh,
When
you
I
say
was a kid.
milk?
Yeah.
You say milk?
Yeah. Milk.
No,
Yeah.
Milk. Milk.
He says
Yeah.
milk.
I
And
think-
like,
well,
that's,
here's the
and
thing,
you know
right?
what?
So-
When I was growing up in Dunville, that's how they said it around me too. I think the only reason I said milk is because that's how my mom said it, and she was from Hamilton.
Right.
Mm.
For me though, I spent a whole bunch of time growing up in the Maritimes, and I still have a
Okay.
little bit of the Newfoundland accent that floats around. Like
See,
whenever
that
I
makes
say
sense.
when I say the word car, you can sometimes hear it in that.
Yeah, like
it'll call it like car, like that, you know?
yeah,
Darn.
Fractal Jack in the comments is saying Dev has typical South Ontario accent. He doesn't exactly. I feel like mine is more typical South Ontario. Dev's is slightly more Yankee Doodle than mine, and that must be the
Mhm.
maritime in there because we're both like rural Ontario boys, but we don't talk quite the same.
Yeah, I mean we're both from rural Ontario, but we both moved to cities.
Yeah.
However, a good chunk. What I realized as I was growing up, back in my hometown, I was speaking differently than a lot of the other kids, and it
Yeah.
was and they were speaking like definitely a very Northern Ontario accent.
Yeah.
Um, and the Northern Ontario accent is like the stereotypical Canadian, like
For sure,
um,
yeah.
yeah,
Where
yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
way more like if you're an American and you don't know what it sounds like, it's way more like rural Minnesota or Wisconsin or something. Like, is that kind of Midwest bleed over thing where our accents are a lot more similar.
Yeah, it's like when I traveled down south to visit some family. a lot of people are just like, oh, hey, where are you from? You got a weird accent. And what was it? My sister, when she was going to school down there, apparently they poked fun at her for how she said donuts.
Donuts?
Donuts.
Donuts.
Is it donuts? Like
Donuts. Donuts.
Okay.
I
What?
don't, do Canadians say donuts differently than I want to say than Americans, but America has a
we
lot
also
of accents.
spell it differently, though. We spell it differently.
We do spell it differently, yeah. Well, they
Yeah.
spell it like how you'd think about it if you were sounding it out, but we spell it like the word dough, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, both of them make sense to me. That's the thing, is like, they always tell you to spell it out, or sound it out in English to like
Mhm.
figure out how to say a word. Sound it out doesn't fucking work if you grew up in Canada because we use
Nope.
British spellings, and British
Yeah,
spellings
we have a lot of
sound it
British
out does
spelling here.
not work. It works in American spellings because they sounded it out when they were figuring out how to spell it.
Yep.
So they teach us that shit in school, but it's just never right.
Where I was going with that is that the reason that I started sounding not like a Northern Ontarian growing up is because of all the American culture I was consuming.
Oh, same
'Cause
here. You know,
it was
like all of
all
our
the video
radio
games. It was
stations-
all the cartoon shows, all the video games. Like,
Yeah.
I was not doing all the rural stuff that I was growing up around with.
Yeah,
So.
you were a lot more north than me. I grew up in the middle of nowhere as well. My town had like 2,000 people when I was there, just in town itself. But it was on Lake Erie, so it's still like just across the lake from Buffalo. So all of our radio stations were from Buffalo. So
Yep.
like the accents there were rural Ontario, but it was also kind of Irish because we had a lot of Irish immigration there. And it like the population of Dunville was like rum smugglers from the Prohibition days and military men from World War II that came in because there was an air base there back in the day. So like literally the Prohibition days, Dunville was around because you could rowboat liquor across Lake Erie to America. That's how
That's
Dunville was
hilarious.
sounded. Yeah, Dunville's a very small place, and that's where I spent the first 10 years of my life. And so like the accents there were fairly Yankee Doodle. They're fairly rural Ontario, but it's also about as far south as you can go. It's not like quite Windsor, I guess, but Windsor is a city. But I mean, like, it's along the north side of Lake Erie. That's about as far south as you can go in Canada.
Fair.
We should probably do the list, though, eh?
Yeah. Sorry, I should
No,
get
you're-
going
you're-
because I'm gonna go hang out with my girlfriend for a while. I just wanted to pop in and say Merry Christmas, everybody. Thanks for having me on before. I'm not gonna have any premieres on 4 p.m.s on Saturdays anymore, so I'll be free for this stuff more often if any of you want me on. And
Awesome.
always nice hanging out. I hope you have a nice day, everybody.
See
See ya.
ya.
See ya.
See, we'll finish
There it
this
goes.
up and then we will do super chats. Okay, chat, don't
Sure.
get mad at me. All right, let's
So, yeah,
see.
we talk about Outlaws, Assassin's Creed
Yes.
Shadows. I mean, the thing is I don't know if you looked at Shadows, but it needed a delay. Like, it looked like shit. Assassin's
it's-
Creed Shadows.
It's gonna be painful. It's like, okay, releasing it during February is one thing, but releasing it on Valentine's Day with those goddamn fucking. Did you see the cherry blossom skins that they're getting?
No, I didn't.
Oh god. I can't say the funny F word, but it makes Yasuke look like a funny F word.
That'd be honestly, I've kind of fallen out of the video game news cycle. Probably since September, because I went into more politics focused stuff for a few months, and I still like so I missed. I know that I watched people talk about Veilguard, but I didn't try it. I didn't like look into it. And I missed all the news about Assassin's Creed Shadows as well, so I don't quite know what's going on with it. But I know it's shit. I know it looks like complete fucking garbage.
Let's see what else there. Lost Crown
Lost
team
Crown
was
team, yeah.
disbanded. X-Defiant is shutting down. Ubisoft is reportedly up for sale. French employees went on strike, and 744 staff members have been laid off since October of 23.
Wait, what is X-Defiant?
It's Ubisoft's first-person shooter that was supposed to be the COD killer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. It released May 21st, 2024. But when does it shut down?
Soon, really soon, like in the next couple months.
June 3rd, 2025.
June 3rd. Okay.
Okay, so it'll be up for just a bit over a year. Like, why
Yeah.
even invest in the game at that point?
Because they were hoping again it was going to be the COD killer. And
God damn.
I forgot what studio was behind X Defiant. Wasn't that fuck.
Ubisoft San Francisco.
Of course.
Okay, that would be fucking why.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Makes sense.
I mean, like, the market really only has room for like a handful of those games that you play forever, like a League of Legends or whatever. And right now, I mean, the big one is Marvel Rivals.
Yep.
That seems to have taken up that spot. So I know everyone wanted it to be fucking Concord, but that didn't work out.
COD killed COD. Yeah, it's like, okay. I hate all of the like celebrity crossover skins that they've been doing. Like when they put Nicki Minaj in
Oh my
Modern
God.
Warfare 2.0. Oh god.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like I understand like Snoop Dogg has gotten skins in past games, but he also plays Call of Duty like a lot with his kid.
This is actually something I've been thinking about, and yeah, you know what? This is a video that I've written the script for, but I haven't recorded it yet. It's another one of those lost dev videos that I just didn't finish. The video is about the Fortnite-ification of gaming.
Oh, yeah.
Because Fortnite, like, the reason COD is doing this is because Fortnite massively blew up while doing this. The issue is that nobody fucking cares about this nonsense anymore. Like, crossovers are interesting and novel and easy to do as long as you get the license for it. But if that's all you do, it becomes like stale and meaningless and worthless, and there's nothing there. And yet, that's what everyone right now is either making like woke LGBT shit, or they're doing like weird, constant, meta fourth wall breaking crossover shit. And neither of these things are producing any interesting games.
Did you see that in Fortnite? Like my kid was showing me this. They added Snoop Dogg like a while ago, I believe. But they gave him his own emote just called like the Snoop dance or something, but it's actually the fucking crypt walk.
Oh my god.
All these kids are gonna be fucking crypt walking. Oh god, it's
I like how Snoop Dogg is basically like he has laundered his brand to the point that he's like a family friendly person, but like he actually was a piece of shit back in like the 80s, man. Like he actually did engage in some very criminal behavior that you should not be modeling.
Yeah. Whatever at this point. Everyone has their interesting past, but Snoop just basically, sells his cookbooks. He streams on Twitch a lot. He's just kind of chilling, honestly.
Yep.
It's not like he's doing the same shit.
Guess.
Yeah. I think he's like honestly just moved
exactly.
on. Literally killed a guy.
He killed a guy. He fucking killed someone, and now he's like a celebrity. It's like, okay.
Oh, and who was it that covered for him? That wasn't gonna be a little rat. I forgot. Was that Martha Stewart?
Martha Stewart.
Was it Martha Stewart? Who was it?
Well,
I forgot.
Well, I know. Well, Martha Stewart is the cooking chick.
Yeah, that's why they're like really good friends.
Martha Stewart.
Yeah, it was Martha Stewart. You didn't know?
I did not know that. I know that they did like a cooking show together. I didn't know that she fucking covered for his murder.
She went to jail.
Okay. Martha's not snitching. Oh wow.
She makes some hot brownies. Yep. Oh, it's great. Their friendship is great.
It's so weird too.
Oh, it's funny. Didn't she get arrested for his tax evasion? Who knows what she got arrested for tax evasion, but also covered for Snoop.
Yeah, she was in jail for a little bit. And actually I think while in jail they had her like do indoor decor and cooking for the jail. I mean, why not? It's what she's fucking known for.
That'd be funny. Oh, for insider trading. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Let's see. Vocal minority lambasted the game Star Wars Outlaws for being woke. I guess it's because it has female protagonists or because fighting fascists is bad now. It's all incel nonsense, of course. These toxic weirdos don't have enough what's that word?
Cachet.
Cachet. Why is there a T? Anyways.
Listen. This is a French thing, but it's bled over heavily into English. The T is silent. Sorry.
Okay, anyway. To move the needle, so I just think players have lost faith in the company. Both, honestly. Even then, when it does release something good, people are too hesitant to open their wallets. Yes, because being stabbed in the back, bait and switch, all that fun jazz.
Yep, which is why Lost Crown didn't perform, even though it was a good game.
On Assassin's Creed Shadows releasing in February. Unfortunately, it picked the worst month of the year to launch in, February. It's a big enough deal to compete, I reckon, though given Ubisoft's recent track record, there are probably going to be plenty of prospective players deciding to skip in favor of Monster Hunter, or Avowed, or Civ. Taking a wait-and-see approach would end up costing Ubisoft dearly. There's a lot of fucking games coming out in February. Like, 11
What's
games.
the list? Let's see,
Kingdom
February 25 games.
Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 comes out February 4th. I can't wait. Civ.
I got the list.
Okay, read.
Okay, I'll read the list. Okay, so here's all the games that I recognize. Okay, Hyperlight Breaker is coming out. That is the sequel to Hyperlight Drifter. It's an indie game that was really popular.
Mm-hmm.
Donkey Kong Country Returns HD on the Switch. Okay, that seems pretty good. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. That's going to be fucking awesome. Rift of the Necrodancer. That is the sequel to Curse of the Necrodancer, which is another big indie game. So okay, pretty good. Sid Meier's Civilization 7. All right, and yes, of course, Assassin's Creed. The next Legend of Heroes game is coming out. Legend of Heroes Trails Through Daybreak. I don't know how many of you guys like Legend of Heroes, but I do. It's a great series. The remaster of Tomb Raider 4 to 6, the remastered trilogy. Okay, that sounds good. Avowed. Where have I heard Avowed before? What's Avowed? I've heard it, but I don't know what it is.
Arch made a video on Avowed.
Okay.
It was one that a lot of people were looking forward to, but then they seen the characters.
Oh, okay. Like a Dragon. So the next Yakuza game, that looks pretty good.
Yeah. Pirate Majima. I'm excited.
Yeah. Pirate Majima. Monster Hunter Wilds. And I think that's the last one that I recognize. So yeah, like there's a fair number of like things that I would want to buy over Assassin's Creed coming out in February.
Yeah, there's gonna be a fucking let's see.
Oh, and apparently the Final Fantasy VII Rebirth PC version's coming out in February as well. So, fuck it.
Interesting. Where's Ubisoft at now? Shareholders are now reportedly figuring out how to structure the buyout in a way that would leave the Gilmont family remaining in charge, but apparently the second largest shareholder, Tencent, has been dragging its heels. Given the huge dip in share price down from a historical high of $85 in 2021 to a mere $13 this year, the rest of the shareholders no doubt want this to be handled quickly before even more dips in value.
Wait, just real quick. Someone in the chat says, talk about Xenoblade. The Xenoblade remasters don't come out till March. So it's not a February thing. And we spoke about this on the Archcast a few months ago, and I think you were there for it, Lumi. Do you recall the Gilmont family's lore when it comes to Ubisoft?
I know I was listening to a lot of it, and it was how they want to go about this buyout. It almost sounds like a hostile takeover.
Yeah, because like the family started the company in the 80s, and they were like a bunch of programmers, and you know they were these young guys. Like I think it was the main guy and his brothers, and they started up Ubisoft back in the 80s, and they actually made good games, and they made good games for like 25 fucking years. Like they made really good games. But at this point, it's been 40 years since they founded the company. They're all kind of in their old age. They've all moved into these management positions, and they don't seem to be managing the company all that well. It's understandable that they want to keep it in their family because I mean it's probably like a legacy thing for them at this point. Like of course they built one of the biggest gaming brands on the planet. Why wouldn't you want to keep it in your family? But the issue is that they've been mismanaging it now for over a decade,
Mm,
and they have to make some tough choices here.
yeah. I don't know. It'll be a very interesting next year or two until like and things will happen and who knows, it's just it's gonna be a mess. All I know is that's gonna be a mess. And it's just I don't know.
Yep.
I'm not a money person. I don't do trading. It's like I just recently got into stocks. So I'm just like I'm still learning.
Oh man, I will say that it is getting yourself a financial portfolio is probably the best way to like get ahead, in my opinion. And I know,
It
I know everyone's like, we should buy a house. You don't want to rent. Fair enough. There's good reasons to buy a house. But like, if you're sitting on a spare, like $20,000 or something, put that shit into stocks. Like,
man,
go to a
I would
financial advisor, get yourself a portfolio. Like, yeah.
I wish I had a spare 500. I don't have any money, I'm poor.
No, but it's one of those things where like, if you put that 20,000, like if you go to a financial advisor and you hand over the $20,000, he will turn that shit into $100,000 so fucking quickly it'll make your head spin.
Right, let me I need to read these super chats and I don't really have anything else to talk about, honestly.
Okay. Do I?
I mean, you always have a lot to talk about, Dev. But that's mostly, ooh, I have stuff to talk about, but it's gonna break the no politics rule for this stream.
Yeah. I won't bring up politics. I won't bring up politics. No, I guess what I do want to bring up though is when it comes to gaming, there seems to be no good short-term option, right? Because you see China pandering to a lot of the market gaps in the Western gaming market right now with Wukong, with big-titted anime girls. China's coming in and doing the stuff that Western developers are saying is too problematic to make. And hopefully Western developers have now been injured by this, by their financial failures for the past 5 years or so, enough that they're going to pull their heads out of their asses. But in the meantime, China's filling the gap. And it's always dangerous when China fills the gap because they are not to be trusted. This is not me being a racist. I'm not doing a racist thing. I'm talking about their government. All right. Like we all know that the Chinese government has their hand in every single fucking pocket. And they're collecting data and they're pushing various ideologies through their own channels. Trading woke progressive slop in video games for Chinese spyware is not going to be an improvement long term, even if the games might be more fun right now. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it's kind of the same thing as with TikTok, right? Like America wants to ban TikTok, and for good reason, because regardless of how you feel about the American government, China's way fucking worse, and having just a back door into an entire generation of Americans through TikTok is not a good idea. So, yeah, there's China is not going to be the based savior of our communities, guys. It's basically just that. We have to fix our own problems. We have to do it here locally. We can't outsource the fix to China. You can't trust them.
Well, that will be a problem for future us. For now,
I guess, yeah.
before these super words, before these super chats start disappearing, because where I marked it is at the top and it's gonna disappear soon. Okay. All right. Silver Camaro 78 for 5. The best 4-hour movies were mob movies like Godfather 1 and 2, Goodfellas, Casino, or The Irishman, and Once Upon a Time in America. I haven't seen that last one. I'll have to take a look at that. Mercenary X21 for 5. Hey, Lumi, and if that is Dev, that Sonichu medallion is dangerous, but it is your funeral. I tried to do the right thing for you.
What is it with the Sonichu shit, man? I don't have a Sonichu medallion.
I don't know, maybe the Sonichu medallion was the friend you made along the way.
You are my Sonichu medallion.
Hey, you started spiraling before we met. Belial for 5. LumLum's cringe fandom is Arch Dev shipping, and Dev is the top new lore. Bob Boring name for 10. LumLum reads Inuyasha fanfiction on Arch's channel when? No, I would do Black Butler fanfiction.
Oh my fucking god, dude.
Hey.
So Black Butler is only a show I ever hear in the context of Fujoshi's liking it.
It's so good. I love it.
How Fujoshi is it?
That is baby's first introduction to Fujoshi lifestyles.
Okay, I get it.
I mean, I can show you my collection of the manhwa Killing Stalking. Lurker for 10. Is that serious avatar for Lotus Eaters? I don't think I'd ever be on Lotus Eaters, honestly. I watch Lotus Eaters sometimes, but about it. Drive for
5? They're a bit too doomer for me a lot of the time.
They're a bit too doomer. I listen to them when I'm at work and I have nothing else to listen to.
You should watch all of my videos instead. All of them.
I can only take so much dev words in my head at a time. Because
more dev.
Because then you start saying words I don't understand and then I get confused and then I shut off the video and then I just watch like It's a Gundam or something like that.
Listen, It's a Gundam is great.
I love Gundam. That is like one person I really want to collab with at some point in the future because I've been watching that man for like almost 5 years at this point. 5-6 years.
He and I talk regularly or like semi-regularly. He's really busy now, but like, and so am I, frankly. But like we've wanted very hard to do some sort of crossover on either his channel or mine for like 2 years now, and we hit the point several times where we were just about to do it, but one of us had to drop out last minute. Mm-hmm. It's like fuck. But he's great. We both watch each other's videos regularly.
He's fun. One day, that is like my dream collab is with Gundam. It will probably not happen till I get larger and shit, if even that. But that is my dream collab.
Well, maybe he can come on the Archcast. Maybe we can figure it out.
That'd be interesting. Fucking super chat scrolled again. See, okay, now I know how Arch feels. It keeps moving. Okay. Drive for 5. What if, to save time, Nolan ties into the Troy film with Brad Pitt? Oh god. No. Wolfsbane for 2. Lumi, Twilight, ill, professionals have standards. Yes! The Real Holtz for 5. To be fair, the adult game US map strip got me a 100 on my test in the US states. Nice. Doppelganger for 2. Missed the start. Love for the footfish. Thank you. Silver Camaro 78 for 5. Dave Nix grabs Dev, pins him down to the bed, takes off his glasses, and says, "My." No, yeah. What the fuck?
Now, you have watched some of my gaming streams, so you know who Dave is, right?
Yes, I watched your stream with him and Naomi playing Outlaws. The rest of the super chat says, "My gout's acting up, fat boy, so I'm gonna make you poo in your diaper." What the fuck, Silver Camaro?
He's one of my mods.
Okay. Reverend for 50. Epic by Jorge and the Gang is fantastic. An amazing take on the story set to music, and the fan animations to the songs are excellent. Ruthlessness is one of my favorites. I also really like Thunderbringer. That one is also a really good song. And Scylla. But yeah, all of them are really fucking good. Pablo for 5. LumLum. Tell Arch he'll be happy to hear that Femstodes have been cancelled. but I believe it's still rumors. By the way, you're doing great, LumLum. Thank you. And I think he's already seen it. Driver 2, a child called, based on a true story, quite tragic. Yep. Rasmus for 20, LumLum is slowly becoming Arch. This is good. I don't want to be a mountain monkey, though.
Mountain monkey.
Yeah.
Isn't the Midwest full of mountains?
No! It's nothing but flat land!
Really?
It's
Hold on,
all
wait,
flat!
Wait, what is the Midwest?
The middle of the country? Where it's just flat farmland?
Wait, why would that be the Midwest? Why wouldn't that be, like, west of center?
Midwest
Like
sounds
Middle West.
better! Midwest sounds
Like-
better!
Okay, here. I'm looking at a map of the United States, right? And
Uh-huh.
it seems like the middle of the country is like North Dakota, South Dakota, Nebraska, Kansas. That's like the middle, like a line up and down, right? So wouldn't Midwest be like Utah, Wyoming?
Look up Midwest states and you'll see all the states that are considered the Midwest.
Okay, hold on. Midwest states. The Midwestern United States. Okay, let's see here. Okay, most of those states are like east of center. Okay, here. I'm going to post the map. This is the map of the Midwest, okay? Most of this shit is on the eastern half of the fucking country. Like, this doesn't make any sense.
It's like, I would be down to cut out these two states, these two. But the Dakotas can stay, Minnesota can stay, Wisconsin can stay, Illinois can stay, Michigan can stay.
Here, let me put it this way. If it's closer to the East Coast than the West Coast, I don't think Midwest works as a term.
I think Michigan can, like, kind of gets away with it because Michigan has the goddamn panhandle for some fucking reason. Should be connected to Wisconsin. But anyways. Yeah. This is the only reason why fucking Michigan gets to stay in the Midwest. Shouldn't be
Because of the Panhandle?
Michigan's. Yes. This is Michigan. This is part of
Yeah.
Michigan.
No, I understand Northern Michigan. Like I get it. I grew up like across the fucking lake from Northern Michigan. I know what's going on.
Where was I? Brandman for 5. I no longer buy from Western game devs. They're no longer good, which sucks because a lot of old games are great. I fear for Elder Scrolls 6 if it ever comes out. I don't think it'll ever come out. Tonchi for 5. Maybe the real ship of Theseus was the one we made. Oh, bleh. Maybe the real ship of Theseus was the one made along the way. Gabriel for 25. How many cells in your body do you think get replaced over the course of a lifetime? Also, set a dono goal to kick Dev. That would be multiple.
$1,000. Make it.
That would be multiple $100 donations. And then I would demand Arch to give me all the money. OST for 5. LumLum ships Odysseus and I always struggle with this name. Eumaeus. No. If anything, it would be Odysseus and what's her name? Not Circe, the other island that the other island he was trapped on. Calypso. Yeah, that one. Bull for 2. Draw stink lines on Dev, he's stinky. Festiva for 5. Dev, where's the slabs of your fat? We gotta deep fry something to feed the poor African children at our doorstep.
Sorry, but I'm losing too much weight for that to be possible anymore. You know what? I did gain a bit of weight over Christmas, but I think that's normal for everyone. You know, you're doing the Christmas eating. But it's been a good year for weight loss for me. I'm feeling good. I'm 30 pounds down since the start of the year.
Nice.
Fuck yeah.
Let's see, Satan for 2. Howdy, have good stream, LumLum. Dev, stick.
Too bad.
Blaystone for 10. LumLum is a good grill and gets support. Congrats, and I'm certain you're doing an amazing job. Actually enjoy my days, so muting so I don't have to hear whatever today's insane dev takes are. Hugo.
Have I had insane takes today? I don't know.
No, because I wouldn't allow you to talk about politics, so no insane takes as far as I can tell.
Also, all my politics takes are based and correct, and everyone else just coping and seething and wrong.
You know, everyone has opinions, even if they are incorrect.
And mine are the correct ones.
Gotta keep yourself out of the loony bin somehow. How Deviant.
The Loomy bin?
The loony bin.
The Loomy bin.
Shut
That's
up!
what it is.
You get to go into the loomy bin with Arch. Go! Hugo's been a member for 5 months. Thank you. Why the fuck am I saying thank you very much? This ain't my channel. Oh well. Arch says thank you, and he adores you. Loomy, gift feet pics, and Dev, you bad faith commie. Now I must go cry because of your communist ways. Hashtag Bree Gibbs.
Haven't heard of Bree Gibbs in a while.
Mr. Twisted Frenzy for 5. Any thoughts on the game Ashes of Creation? I've never played it.
I haven't even heard of it. Ashes of Creation?
I know, I think Asmongold plays it. Mercenary X21
Ashes
for
of
5.
Creation. Let's see. It looks very generic, to be honest. I don't know. I think I've played like a dozen games like this, you know?
Mercenary X21 for 5. And a reminder to Arch. When USA takes over Canada, we will take the Scandinavian countries next. When that happens, not if, we'll ban all horse meat eating. Good. Horses are cute, and they should be, you know, pets or workhorses. The Grew You Banana for 20. Your mod Butters is a power-tripping moron. He's too stupid to understand something simple, and he just said that I was lying and sent me back to the sewers. Why have somebody like that as a mod? I don't know who Butters is. The only Butters I know is from South Park, and he's a good boy.
No, he's talking to me.
Oh.
Apparently, he apparently got into a beef with one of my mods. I'll go look at that after the stream.
Okay. Silver Camaro, 78 for 5. The CEOs don't come up from the industry anymore. It's all the same McKinsey consultant jackoffs. Because the job of CEO is becoming redundant. Yes. Bilk for 10. Dev is present, yet the views are up. Stay malding, chat. Rasmus for 20. Illumi, it's pronounced... Okay, you put F and a J next to each other. And I don't...
Wait, Here, just spell it.
F-J-E-L-L. Just gonna say Fajel.
I think
Fajel
the J is
Abe.
silent.
Oh well, it's
From what I
Fajel
understand,
Abe
it is.
now. It's Fajel now. Be sure to use it. Okay. Paul, welcome as a member. Thank you for what the hell does Arch say? I don't know what Arch says. I'm not going to memorize it either. Y for 5. May your New Year's be blessed and free of feet pics. Please plead with Arch to share super chat spoils. If I am so lucky. Marin for 5. Lumi. Why are revolvers common as pistols, but rarely ever as revolver rifles? I don't know. I think having a, revolver-styled rifle just sounds like it'd be more of a hassle than anything. I don't know. Sandoom has been a member for 13
Aren't there revolver
months.
rifles? I think they're rare, but I think they exist.
Yeah, but that's why they're asking why revolvers common as pistols but not as rifles.
No
I
idea.
honestly think it's probably I don't know, more hassle than it's worth, maybe. I don't know. Sandoom, member for 13 months. Thank you very much. So I see Arch was finally devoured by the commie. Lumi, punished to the dev for the absence of Arch. Yeah, why did you eat Arch?
He was delicious.
Guys,
Now
clip
his
that!
channel's ours.
Clip it! Clip it!
Now his channel is ours.
The real halt for 5. I made that clip of you saying I have lost, Dev. I can send it to you so you can see what stream it's from.
Sure.
Koa for 5. Dev, you may be onto something. I hate you, but I hate Arch more for letting you on the show. Ergo, Arch is the problem.
Oh, rip. Wait, one guy showed up and he's like, I'm here to support you, Lumi, but not to support this channel or Arch or Dev or anyone else. Just you. It's like, oh, well, okay.
I mean, cool, thank you. Surströmming is canned fermented fish. It stinks.
That sounds terrible.
Bull for 5. I'm adding on to the super dog piling drink water dummy. Still, Dev still stinky. Stinky Dev. Cooking
I didn't
apple.
shower today, that's right. Yeah, rip.
Yeah. Cooking apple for... I don't know what currency that is, but I'm gonna say 100 anyway. I made chili today for dinner, and no beans one. It was delicious, but I fell into a food coma. Do fish eat chili? Chili is delicious.
Yep. It is slop food, though, as per Sargon.
Oh, speaking of
Well-
Sargon, the real Holtz for 5. Dev, have you talked to Sargon yet? I miss D&D Crusaders, the real one. I want my silver mine.
No, I haven't talked to Sargon in a while.
Mara for 5 years back, I was meant to be on Dumpin' with Scrump to talk about New Zealand or NZ. I don't know what NZ means.
I think it's New Zealand, yeah.
Okay, before Dev canceled last minute, can I be on Lumicast at some stage? I don't know who you are, so no.
So what's going on there is that Dumping with Scrump was a podcast I ran like 5 years ago.
Mm.
And Scrump and I had a thing where like you could pay to come on, and basically like we'll talk with you about a topic for whatever. However, the Scrump dev split happened, and we ended up not doing those. And I said, listen, I went to everyone who had paid for those things, and I'm like, listen, Scrump can't be there obviously because Scrump and I aren't friends anymore, but I'll still do something with you. And then a lot of them said okay, and then we did things over the years. But I guess this guy must have fallen through the cracks. So I can't sell you Lumi or anything, but if you still want to do something with me, I can set it up. Sure, just send me a DM on Discord.
You just gotta be sandwiched between Dev and Dave.
Yep. Squished in there on the couch.
Bob, boring name for 5. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that word. I already forgot how to. Is sour herring is lightly salted fermented Baltic Sea herring. This is what Arch eats. I don't get how Arch can eat fermented and rotting fish. It's so weird. Brandon for 5. It makes me sad to see how down the tubes DC's gone. The only one I liked they came out with recently was DC Mechs. Interesting. Salon the Lich for 50. The Canadian Penguin is buying the whole print run. Holy methane emissions, brat man. The DCV Titan for 5. Why is someone putting their fetish onto comics? Oh wait, that's DC Marvel Comics standard operating procedure now. Yep. Marksman of 1117B for 2. Surstrom it's the can of rotten fishy from Norway. Icky. Bilksmere for 20. The mindset of effort was put into something so it deserves popularity and respect needs to die. A polished turd is still a turd, and I won't try it when it's clearly something I won't like. Some labor theory of value BS. Yeah, I agree. Not everything that's created deserves attention.
Yep. Very true.
Lord Commissioner for 2. Have you considered appeasing the machine spirit? I'll sacrifice it a commie or 2.
That means that I'm safe because I'm not one.
Okay.
What? Did I miss something?
I don't know. Drive for 5. China Uncensored is pretty good. A lot of info about stuff going on over there. Didn't even know what the Falun Gong were until they mentioned it. I've heard the Falun Gong before. Fala-
Falun Gong. Oh my god.
Falun Gong?
Yep, Falun Gong.
Falun Gong. Whatever.
They they're doing like weird organ harvesting shit, I think.
Yeah. I remember hearing about it like years ago.
Yeah.
Paul gifted 1 gifted membership to the Archcast. Thank you very much. Mark to shame for 2. Just got off shift. What'd I miss? You missed it. And Dev shat everywhere and it was horrifying.
Sorry about that.
Barbarians. Wow, I can't read today. For 10, careful LumLum. Cats eat fish, even if they're just the picture of dry bread's cat. Sushi is sushi. Yes, and sushi is delicious. Mercenary X21 for 10. Oh, I'm behind on stream, but all the money I sent goes to Mermaid. And I just realized something. The reason why Dev loves to poop his diapers all that much is because he loves the smell. WDGen.
No.
Pablo for 5. Chris Chappelle, China Uncensored. Was a great channel, very informative, but they moved on because of YouTube censorship.
Wait, is China Uncensored gone?
I guess so.
No. Okay, they're actually a great channel.
Serathis.
No, they're still going. They're still going.
Oh, are they?
They posted a video 1 day ago.
Oh, cool. Looking at Steam's top sellers in 2024, Stardew, Dead by Daylight, and Palworld outsold Veilguard.
Yep. Not surprised.
Nasco for 5. I'm looking forward to LumLum and Arch playing as 2 gunheads on Frozen Swamp map in Forever Winter. I need to get Arch back on the Forever Winter. I know they updated their water system too. No one for 5. Wait, the Swede gotten out. Quick, order more snow. We gotta bury him. Benjathan for 5. LumLum, why did you poison Arch or Taco? You should have used surstroming to soften the bloat. Anywho, chat is saying your avatar is a little laggy. Yeah, it's because I'm sharing my screen. Because apparently OBS likes to pitch a fit. Silver Camaro, 78 for 2. Spice destroys taste bud is a measurehead take.
Fucking measurehead, dude.
The DCVM Titan for 5. Yeah, Sargon is from a culture that traded spices the world over, but never learned how to use them. Yeah, sounds about right. Groovy Banana for 20. The British is seeping out of him. Mercenary X21 for 5. Oh god, when Naomi pegs him, then he sniffs the artificial bishop stick on her. Your degeneracy knows no bounds, Dev. You'll be made an example, Dev. Bob Boring name for 2. Shave Kitty Girl 1. I don't know what that means. Mara for 2. Sargs was traumatized by Indian street food videos. Indian street food videos are absolutely fucking horrifying.
Oh yeah. Okay. This is in India. It's China. But did you see the street grease
Yes.
where they open up like the hatch and they just pull grease out of the ground?
Out of the ground,
Oh.
they take it out of trash bins and stuff. Yes.
Oh fuck. It's so bad.
Bob Boring name for 2 is Kitty Arch's new cat girl VTuber slave. Are you talking about me? I'm a fish.
No, I think Arch is now grooming another VTuber. He found another small one who's a cat.
Ah, I see.
You're being replaced, Lumi.
There's no being replaced. Marcus Shame for 2. Primal taste. Steak, best cut. No spices, no sauce. Yeah, any good steak does not need anything with it. Noli for 10. That beautiful misguided argument is why we, the Americans, are the dominant culture over Sargon with this simple proof of my country's finest work, the burger. Yeah.
Are
Sam's
burgers American?
think so.
mean,
I don't know.
I mean,
I seen someone say that was German.
yeah, I mean, so there is the Hamburg steak, which comes from the city of Hamburg in Germany. But the idea of putting a Hamburg steak in between two pieces of bread is like a sandwich. I mean, I don't know.
Details.
Yeah.
Samson for 10. These dishes need LumLum feet cheese. Okay, wait, hold on, I could ban I'm just kidding, I ain't gonna ban.
You can,
Mara
actually,
for,
yes.
Mara for 2.
Well, to be fair, I can too, but I still don't.
Look up Sussex pond pudding, good British dessert. Sounds interesting. Wolfsbane for 2. Melanie the born again Karen.
Oh my god.
Caspian for 5. Same with Destiny. In videos, he's quote unquote normal. On Twitter, he's insane. So blame Twitter.
You know what? Maybe it is the case because yeah, Destiny is a lot more inflammatory on Twitter than he is on his streams. So like, and Melanie is as well, and apparently I am, and it makes sense that I am too. Maybe Twitter is the common variable here.
I don't know. I've seen Destiny on like those middle ground videos, and he's an insufferable prick that I just want to like hit in the face when I listen to him talk.
Middle ground videos?
Yeah, like you know those that like video series Middle Ground where you have like people on the left or people from the right debating each other to see if they can find common middle ground.
Oh, I think I saw him do. Oh yeah, Jubilee says zero.
Yeah,
clicks,
Jubilee. Yeah.
I think I saw him do where like it was him versus like 25 conservatives, and they had to they'd run to the chair or something. You
Yeah.
talking about that?
Yes.
Yeah.
And he sounds like a fucking dumbass.
Listen, he actually sounds right in all those in that video. The one that I saw, where it was like versus 25 conservatives, he was right in all that shit.
It's like, it's not that, it's the way it's his tonality. It's like he has the tonality of he thinks he is better than everybody else. He is he sounds very contrary. And it's just I hate people like that.
To be fair, that was a very common critique of Sargon as well. That like Sargon would say stuff that was just objectively true, but everyone hated him because of his accent and because it sounded like he thought like he was better than you. And it's just like, well, you shouldn't judge him for that.
It's like if you're gonna be going on like arguments with people, like not even arguments, debates with people like that, you need to at least be level-headed and not let your pride and like being all like, oh, I know better than, like, I know more than you because I can cite every source that I use. That type of thing. I hate people like that. It makes me want to hit them. That's just me. Alright, Mercenary X21 for 5. I'm Christian, but she got pissed off on Twitter at me over my autism and had to explain to her on side scrollers why. I'm the hyper-focused autistic. Yes, you are, Mercenary.
So Mercenary, you hyper-focused onto Melanie Mac? That's probably still not good, even though you explained it.
Mercenary X21 for 2. 2, the person in the chat, yes, half German here. Adam Unfriended for 5. If Indiana Jones and the Great Circle had come out earlier, it would have won Game of the Year. The game is amazing, fun, and has zero politics. It's my Game of the Year.
It's not amazing, but it is. If you take all the big AAA games that have come out this past year, and not the small indie ones, it is like above average.
It's like
still not great, but
well, it's like honestly, I think a lot of people have gotten overcritical with games. Like, I'm not talking about the Sweet Baby ones or anything, but more so. Granted, this could probably be because of the space that I'm in and being on Twitter. But no one just looks at games as fun anymore. Like, it's not like a pure shut off your brain and have fun type of game. It has to be, oh, everything has to be perfect, otherwise I hate it.
Yep, I completely agree with you. And
I think
I came to this realization a few months ago for sure, but I think the Witcher 4 stuff really cemented it for me, right? Where like V freaking out about Witcher 4 because of Ciri being apparently like this really ugly chick, and like she's not that ugly. Like this is not the same situation as what's it, like the Concord character designs. Like there's a giant gap between these two things.
Yeah, it's just like sometimes I wish I can shut off my content creator brain and just have fun with games again. But it's like I've gotten to the point to where I just feel like I have to look at everything through a very analytical lens, so then I have content to talk about. Sometimes I wish I could just shut that off, but it's hard.
Mhm.
I don't
Well,
know.
you know that very famous Anita Sarkeesian quote from back in the day,
No.
where she says everything is sexist,
Oh,
everything
that
is
one.
racist.
Yeah.
You have to point it all out.
Yeah.
Um, it's like it's funny, but that's also her describing how she feels after getting what we now call woke, because she says that as soon as she learned how to analyze things and she began to see patterns, she suddenly started seeing them everywhere, and she could not stop herself from seeing patterns, and she saw racism and sexism and bigotry everywhere, all across every piece of media she consumed. She saw it now. And part of that is going to be like, well, is there actual sexism or racism in this piece of media? Sometimes the answer is yes. And part of that is, are you so deep into your own propaganda that you are projecting it now and you see it where it actually isn't there, right? And I think that same effect has now taken over like the anti-woke people, because it's like I said with Prince of Persia: Lost Crown and a few other games we talked about here today, is that there are legitimately good games that are coming out, but people are immediately writing them off as woke because of certain like pattern recognitions. You know what I mean?
It's like I honestly think that once we get past the, sweet baby arc of games, I hope
Mhm.
things can mellow out a bit more, because it's like I still have fun with games, but it's like for me to feel like I can shut off that content creator brain, I just don't like I don't try to talk about it on stream and stuff, like on my like yapping streams and stuff. When I'm playing the game, I am playing the game to have fun. I'm not going to comment on, "Oh, well this is fucked up because of this. Oh, this is stupid because of this." No, when I'm playing the game, I'm playing the game to have fun. Unless it's Dustborn, because fuck that game.
You see, so yeah, what I realized is when I was playing through Dustborn, um, I couldn't turn off the analytical brain. Every single thing was popping out. Every single line of dialogue, every single story hit where I'm like, this doesn't line up with this, or this is reference. Like it was all like everything was fully active, right? But I mean, at the same time, and when I sit down to play the new Zelda game,
Mhm.
it's just a game. It's like, oh, we're just playing, you're on an adventure. We're gonna go get the Triforce, and it's just a fun game. So I completely agree with you on this. Um, I do think though that we will reach a point where the woke stuff's already going away. It's going to keep going away. Assassin's Creed Shadows seems to be the last gasp of it. Like there's
Mhm.
no big woke games coming out after that. And I think the
Yeah.
next round of games, like the games that are currently being started up right now in studios that we won't see for another like 3 years or so, those games I think will be purged from woke nonsense. So I think we're gonna be okay. Everyone take your daily white pill. We're gonna be okay. All right.
And it's like with like for example, just because it's the hot game to talk about right now, The Witcher 4. If they did like if they have anything planned that was going to be like egregiously woke and stuff, they're still early enough in development that they can take it out,
Yep.
because they
Yep.
see how the tide is turning. And they do it's like, and especially seeing um like Ubisoft getting hung up to fucking dry and left out for just everyone to look at and be like, "Wow, sucks to be them." They don't want a repeat of that with their company. So
Hmm.
they're gonna let Ubisoft, take one for the fucking team, and they're just gonna, learn from their mistakes. Hopefully, fingers crossed.
Yes. So this is the big point of difference with me on this conversation versus people who are, let's say, more right wing than me. Um,
Mhm.
I've heard there's like two interpretations of this, right? There is the first one is that the corporations are all ideologically captured, and they're all trying to basically demoralize society to try and bring in their communist revolution or whatever the fuck. Um, and so like the people at the top of Ubisoft, the people at the top of Bethesda or whatever, they're all these ideologues who want to destroy Western civilization. Um, I think that's false. Lots of people think that it's true, and when I say that it's false, they spurg out at me. But I think it's false. I think what's actually happening here, and I think you agree with me on this, Lumi, from what it sounds like, is that
Mm.
you have like middle managers who are like millennial aged, who have kind of gone through the ideological programming at university. They've come into these corporations with certain politics, but the CEOs at the top don't give a shit about the politics. They just want to make money. And so these middle managers are like worm tonguing into the ears of these CEOs saying, woke will make you money. You should make woke video games. But the
Yeah.
CEOs don't give a shit about woke. They give a shit about making money. So now that we've now had woke failure after woke failure after woke failure, any CEO worth his salt is looking at these middle managers who have given him consistently wrong advice for the past 5 years, and they are all on the chopping block.
Yep. So I'm sure with like because contracts are starting to expire, and we will see a lot of people get absolutely fucking chopped. They will not be
Yep.
around anymore. And I don't know, just I will be very cautiously optimistic. Very cautiously optimistic. But, you know, just we can only look down and just, you know, be upset and angry for so long until it starts hurting ourselves.
Yep. Completely agree.
I don't know. I'm just
mean,
I'm just a fish with opinions, but you know.
I mean, that was kind of where Stellar Blade went in a sense, right? Because like the gamers got everything they wanted at a Stellar Blade, and yet there were still some diehards who were like shrieking, and they're like, "No, no, you're woke and evil." It's like, what do you want at this point, man? Do you just want to be mad?
People do legitimately just want to be mad for mad's sake, honestly. But you know, just there'll always be people like that, unfortunately. You can literally give these people what they want on a silver platter, they'll still find something to be mad about.
Yep, that is true.
Alright, let's continue with these super chats. Where oh yeah. War Turkey for 10, so LumLum, fuck you money fund when? Every time I stream, that's my fuck you money fund. Antelope for 5, reread Voltaire again. If any of you have read Voltaire or know of him, what do you guys think of him or his idea? I have no idea who that is.
I know Voltaire. Yeah, he was a French
Voltaire.
Enlightenment. Voltaire was like a French liberal Enlightenment guy. He was writing in the 1700s. He was like one of the first big early guys who was for freedom of speech, for freedom of religion. He was for separation of church and state. You know, he is, you know, like your bog standard classical liberal type.
Mercenary X21 for 2.
He's important, but I don't know what do you mean specifically.
Probably just your overall feels.
Wait, okay. Professor Dova says that I am the worm tongue to you, Lumi.
Ill gross. I don't know how.
Yeah, neither do I. I mean, usually it's you offering me advice just as much as I offer you advice.
I think I've given you more advice than you've ever... Honestly, more than you've ever actually messaged me in general.
well, no. So hold on. I think like we do talk pretty regularly off streams and stuff, but
Yeah.
I think it's almost always about like advice related stuff.
It's me telling you stop being a fucking spurg on Twitter and stop shit stirring, or asking about, hey, who's this person or what does this funny word mean? Always fun. Mercenary X21 for 2. The thing for X-Men 97 was the creator hates me. You know what? That's fair.
Really? Oh.
I don't think personally, but like hates the right in general. I don't know. Unless somehow Mercenary, what'd you do? Wolf Spain for 2. X-Men 97. Rogue does not deserve Gambit. Ruined her. I still have to watch X-Men 97. Mark DeShane for 2. Many of us have those flash game training at work. I forgot what that's in reference to. Mercenary X21 for 2. I won't support anyone who openly hates my guts. I mean, I'd be concerned if he did. Nerdy Texan accountant for 2. Hello, Lumi. Hello, Nerdy. How are you? Belial for 5. Kick the dev haters, not because I like dev, but because I dislike their stupidity more. Valid.
Well, thank you anyway.
Mercenary X21 for 2. Razorfist got a sudden stiffy from Young Yeah hate.
God, fucking Young Ye. What a joke.
Wolfsbane for 2. You're right, Lumi. Screw Pro ZD and his bad takes. God. He really went from only cast the people who match the skin color of these characters to please hire me. Please, I'm desperate. I have no work, please. Oh, God. Alex for 5. Side note, Luke Dale, the VA for Lord Capin. Yeah, Capin from Kingdom Come Deliverance. Oh, Hans is actually a YouTuber now, and he's pretty based. Yes, and he's playing through the first Kingdom Come Deliverance before the second one comes out. We all love Lord Hans in this house.
Awesome.
Oh, Wolfsbane for 2. Total Drama is Canada's best cartoon. Am I wrong? Total Drama
I've never
Island
even heard
was
of it.
fun. You
I've
haven't
never
seen
heard of
Total
it.
Drama Island?
Nope.
The first season was good. Second season was okay, but after that, it just got weird.
I have to look into it. So, someone in the chat, Dizzy Disco says, "Can your avatar jump?"
No, but I could wiggle her around. And just kind of make it look like bat. I can just move her
Okay.
around a bit.
Listen, I'm not into the whole VTuber thing, and even I know what he was asking.
Oh, well, shit. I mean, if you guys want to see the model fucking feet, give me $200.
No. Wait, he wasn't asking for feet. Why'd you immediately go there?
Because a lot of people have been asking for the feet all stream. But anyways, the fuck you mean?
No, he wants to see your boobs jiggle.
Oh, that just
I-
happens when I talk.
I think you went to I think you went
Shut
to
up.
feet because that's where your mind just goes now.
I'm gonna fucking. You know what, Dev? You know what, Dev? You know what, Dev?
Like, yeah. Just
Oh, I can't kick you out. Fuck.
just out of curiosity, I don't even think you could jump high enough to like have your feet appear anyway. If you were to like jump in place in your real life and have the model track you. So
I mean,
I don't know how you
I am
how you got
short.
the feet.
I am short, so probably not. Excuse me.
Oh my god. Okay.
What?
Jegson in the chat. Lumi, you've just admitted to all the foot stuff you've been accused of.
No, never said I liked it. Fuck you.
Arch, I have tried to not make her so obsessed with feet, but it can't be done. Nice, Arch.
Arch, get back in your box.
With
All
your
right.
Xeno girlfriend.
Okay. Antelope for 5. I'm from Michigan, and if I leave the main Midwest, I get asked if I'm from Canada. Sounds about right. Belial for 5. The typical Canadian accent is basically how the Great Lakes state accent sounds like. You guys sound like you could be from Virginia.
Sounds about right, yeah.
Megalag for 5. Can Dev try to sound like a lolly instead of normal Dev? Match your profile picture.
I don't think I can. I don't have a girl voice, sorry.
Get a voice
I can always
changer.
call up Akko and figure it out, but...
Antelope for 5. Dev, if you think you're never going to do a certain video, could you release the script? I'd read it, especially if it's political philosophy.
I will definitely go back to all these videos that I have not done, and I will do them. They will come. Don't worry. That includes all the response videos to the drama. That includes the trucker video. That includes my video on Jugmeat Sing. All right, that includes all the shit people have asked me for.
The trucker
they're
video.
happening.
The trucker video is just 10 hours of rickrolling.
Oh God! So I don't know if I told you this, but I posted something called the trucker video last year for April Fools, and it was just me crashing Arch's truck in Project Zomboid.
That's funny. Let's see. Y for 2. Our immune system is now vaccinated for woke. Good. Mercenary X21 for 2. I'm going to mod Final Fantasy VII Rebirth like crazy. Spite. Good. Make the tits large.
They're already pretty big, but yeah.
Mark to
Make
shame?
all the girls naked.
Yes. Mark to shame for 5. Movies have FUs. Have FU. It's January. Video games have FU. It's February. Google censorship is making super chats difficult. Yeah. I mean, you could just put FCK. That's close enough.
So I have heard that apparently February is the worst month for releasing video games, but there have been several games over the years that have broken that trend. Like Wind Waker is an incredible game, and that game came out in February. So I don't know. Is it really that bad of a like? How come? Why is February considered a bad month for video games?
I don't know. I would think it would be kind of better. No, that would be March because that's like when everyone gets their tax returns.
Mm.
Or at least the U.S.
Brian says Pal World.
Let's see, Mercenary X21 for 2. Dev, China is ordering Western games to make bad.
I don't know about that one, dude.
Sarah.
I know everyone thinks that like it turns out that China's puppeting strings on everyone with ESG money and DEI and Bridge and every other fucking acronym, and China's actually behind everything, and China's forcing your favorite games to be shit and woke. I don't fucking believe it. You guys gotta get off the internet.
Sarah for 2. If I try and make TFD here in the UK, I'd swing. I don't know what that means, but don't swing. That's not fun. Mr. Personality for 2. Don't forget Streamlabs. I will be doing Streamlabs after I am done with, all caught up with the Super Chats. Adam Unfriended for 10. Hot take. The series of games from South Korea and Chinese studios were mid because many gamers are more emotionally or Gunner driven than rational, which isn't great, even though I enjoy the same stuff.
Yeah, there is like a good argument against the Gunner stuff, but it's not going to be found in like weird religious rightoids who are out here saying you need to censor all the boobs because the Bible says so, and it's not going to be found in the woke progressives who want everything to be like sterile. Neither of those things are solutions because they're both censorious solutions, so they're both bad. But you can definitely say like, oh, if you go too far into the Gunner direction, you get games that are just completely shit games, but because they have big asses and big tits and like cute girls, people play them. And it's like, well, now you've just created an environment where companies can put out the worst slop imaginable and just bring you in with the promise of TNA. That's not good either. You're still not getting good games in that direction either. So there is a solution to this problem, but it's not simply just in mindlessly leaning into the Gunner shit.
I honestly think people are just desperate for good games, even if it is a bit more Gunner type thing.
Yeah, I think so too. I think so too, yeah.
Let's see. Sion for 5. It's the Midwest because it was before people fully had mapped out and understood the real distances after setting up to the Pacific. Yeah, makes sense. No one's been a member for 11 months. Thank you very much. Have you seen the CoffeeZilla video on gambling using Counter-Strike skins? I heard about that, and that's still fucking wild.
That's all news to me. Haven't heard about it before.
Oh man, just look into it. It's very interesting. VMC Wolverine for 20 had to catch the stream a bit late, but here's some dollars for Lumi and Arch. Also, it's probably a bit late to this, but I'm kind of sad that Dev and V are having some drama, for I like both, and their content is fairly decent. Yeah, Mom and Dad need to stop fighting. It's not fair for the kids. Bills for 5. Revolver rifles are rare because of the lack of, that's a word. Objuration? I think that's it. The gap
Wait, what is it?
between objurgation. Objurgation?
How do you spell it?
OBJURGATION.
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 Yeah.
The gap
Okay.
between cylinder and barrel is dangerous when dealing with rifle powder loads. Yeah, that makes sense.
Why would he use objurgation as a word?
I don't know.
Like, it's
There's
an
a lot of
old,
funny
dead
words.
word.
You use
No,
old dead words in your silly political speak.
It just means to be criticized.
CNL for 2. Dev, any comments on the Ace 1918 allegations? I don't know who Ace is.
He is one of my more dedicated haters. And well, first of all, he made a whole bunch of so he's made a whole bunch of videos about me. And I think he does it because it's kind of the only traction his channel gets. Like, he'll go from hundreds of views to tens of thousands of views when he makes videos about me. So he has like a financial motive to do so. And then he doesn't necessarily make things up, but he takes things explicitly in the worst possible interpretation, and he 100% stretches things. And I can pretty much disprove everything that he said about me because he's just kind of ridiculous. And I think he's primarily motivated by just being butthurt that I stopped talking to him a year ago. Because we used to be like on really good terms, and he started turning into an asshole, and I said, okay, I'm just going to walk away from this connection here because it's there's nothing here for me. And he just got mad. And I think he's just been motivated by that the whole time. Yeah, someone says, Dev, you blocked him. Yeah, I did. Deal with it.
It's like, I honestly think just people in general need to learn that if someone blocks you, just move on. Otherwise, you're like a toxic ex-girlfriend. No one wants to be the toxic ex-girlfriend.
So the thing is like, I did not block him for something like 9 months, and he just kept fucking replying and kept trying to get my attention. And I was like, all right, I'm done. I'm done with this. I'm done with you. Like, some people should just, when you decide to cut someone off because the friendship's run its course, or they've changed, or you've changed, it's just kind of how it is. But then if you keep trying to force the connection afterwards, you're just making it infinitely worse. And it's like, well, I think I was actually proven correct that cutting him off was the right thing to do. So yeah, Dova says, actually watch his videos, Lumi. Don't let Dev give you the spiel. Yeah, you know what, Lumi, I invite you to go watch all his videos on me if you want. Go ahead.
But I already don't watch Dev's videos.
You need to watch my videos too, Lumi.
God damn it. I'll eventually get around to it. I'm a busy fish. Where was I? Nicholas for 2. Today the Lumi cast, tomorrow LumiTube. Yes, one day I will run YouTube. Mercenary X21 for 2. Melanie and me had disagreements on the Bible. A lot of people have disagreements on the Bible, so like, not surprisingly, but still. Yeah. Wolfsbane for 2.
Unironically, all those people who are like, we need a Christian government, they missed the whole render under Caesar part of the Bible. Like, come on, guys.
Wolfsbane for 2. The main complaint about Witcher 4 is the lore, not ugly. Fair enough.
Do you know the lore conversation?
How Ciri isn't a Witcher, and she just has like whatever elder god blood or whatever, and she shouldn't have gone through the trial of the grasses and everything because it's very, very, very rare for women to pass it, so they just don't really bother with it because the mortality rate is so high.
Yeah, but I mean, none of that. Like, this isn't a Warhammer 40k situation where it's ironclad in the lore that women can't become Witchers. And in fact, in digging up information about this, there was an interview that the creator of the Witcher novels gave to the people who made the Witcher TV show back in 2001 in Poland. Mm-hmm. And the creator said explicitly, no, women can become Witchers. They're just very rare and no one's done it before. And so he clarified it like fucking 23 years ago at this point. So I think people are just kind of losing their mind over this.
I need to reread the books, honestly. But I
Gonna
also
be
know
honest,
that a
I've
lot
never,
of the books are disconnected from the games as well.
I've never read them. I've only played the games.
You should read the books. They're decent.
All right.
See, CNL for 2. Also, Dev James Lindsay is the woke right. Tim Pool.
Yeah, Tim Pool's wrong about that.
Mercenary X21 for 5. God's word is flawless and can't be corrupted, but man translating God's word into something man can understand is the thing that made her go, how dare you. I mean, it's like, I think I've said this like in the context of Sauron, honestly, but once you humanize somebody, even if it is like the words of a god, there's going to be flaws to them. So, yeah, no, you're right, essentially. Because, like, especially with how often and how many translations there are of the Bible, there's going to be different meanings to different things depending on who's translating. But that's a religious thing that we can get into on another stream. Black 19.
We'll do that on your channel, Lumi. Let's have a religion and politics stream over on Lumi's channel.
No! 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 Black 1917 for 2. Hail Lumi, our feet connoisseur. Hi, Dev.
Hi.
Brandon for 20. Money for the Lumi Feet Fund. Benjathan for 2. LumLum will burn the jiggle. Will the bum jiggle in the future? I mean, I'd have to have a back view of my model. I know I eventually want to get a 3D model.
You're gonna do like what is that? What is that 3D? Fucking. There's that game where it's like a virtual environment. I forget what it's called.
VR chat?
VR chat. Yeah. You gonna do some VR chat shit, I guess?
Maybe. I was mostly gonna use it for like Beat Saber.
Okay. I swear to God, like I watched one of Akko's streams for a little bit recently, and it looked like she was just in like a VR brothel.
Yes.
And I'm just like, what are you doing? Do you just sit there and like just VR RP?
You can set up your own like private world and stuff to where you just have the backgrounds for streams. But there is like a whole RP scene which is fucking cringe as fuck. You should look into the fucked up things that VR chat people do. Like, dear fucking God. They are they make furries look semi-normal.
I remember looking into it. I remember looking into it a couple of years ago, and it sounded a lot like some of the weird shit that people would do on RP servers in World of Warcraft back in the day. If you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Just some very strange. Oh, you know what? I have a great example of this. Okay. Here. Okay, I'm gonna post this channel in live links if you feel like pulling it up. Okay. You don't gotta watch anything. Okay? Just look at what this channel is, okay? What do you see?
Oh. I see.
Yeah.
It's like what doesn't help either with the whole degenerate gooner shit is that there are sex toys that you can program with your VR chat model if you're like the dude or the chick and stuff, and as the model moves, the thing will move with it.
Yeah. So this channel is of a person who has a very detailed set of VR chat models and has full body tracking and does sexual dances. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And it's pretty obvious this is what this channel is. If you scroll back through all their videos, this is what the channel is. However, if you go back like 10 years, you'll notice this guy was a Let's Player. And he is a guy. It's not a girl. It's a guy. and this guy was a Let's Player, and he did like Call of Duty, and he did some Fortnite, and he did some like other random games, and his videos didn't really take off all that much.
Mm.
But then he got in on VR chat at its height, like when it first launched, and his VR chat videos went massively viral. And ever since then, like he started making like good money off of this channel, even though the channel's kind of dead now. But like this is like 5 years ago, whatever. He was making good money off this channel, and so he got sucked into. He's like, well, I guess I'm gonna do more VR chat videos because my other Let's Play videos didn't take off, but these ones did, so I'll do more VR chat videos. And they were all of like him wearing this basically girl skin and dancing. Um, and I've kept up with this channel as a morbid curiosity because at this point he basically lives in VR chat, and he's gone through transitioning because he's lived as a girl so much in VR chat that he's like he's given himself like gender identity disorder.
Mm-hmm.
So like this wasn't somebody who was social contagioned into it, and he wasn't born with it either.
He groomed
just-
himself.
He basically groomed himself. And I'm just sitting here like, you didn't have to do this, There were other ways your life could have gone, but instead you decided to basically live in a virtual world for most of your time for the past 5 years as a hot anime girl, to the point that you're now taking hormones in real life and you're now doing like voice training.
See, that just sounds like a mental problem that needs some serious addressing.
Yeah.
Let's see. Shoopas. Mark to
Wild, man.
shame for 5. Jiggle boobs, jiggle boobs, jiggle all the way. Mark for 5. Question, LumLum. Is your best accent on your VTuber model? Is your breast accent on your VTuber model or similar to your girl needs her own bag thing? Since booba and wavy hair is all we want. It's like, honestly, the like Lumi's top and stuff is kind of based off of a like swimsuit top that I seen, and also when I first designed Lumi, it was like oh, why is my model lagging? God damn it. My model hates me. You know what? Actually, don't really need
Well, the stream actually buffered a whole bunch, and also your voice is getting really fucky. Is your internet dying?
I don't know. Possibly. But what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna stop screen sharing because Discord likes to take up a lot of my goddamn resources.
Yeah, I think we don't need that anymore anyway. I think we're done with that.
Let me... No, I don't want to insert ads, YouTube. That's gay.
No, insert the ads. Click it all the time. Click that
No.
button.
I think it's because YouTube knows we're getting to the end of stream. That's probably why. Ugh. Alright, I'll just keep reading. Merrick, question. Okay, I already read that. Antelope for 5 for April Fools. Do you say you were going to rent a real truck but power went out or you got sick or something? Question mark. I don't know. Did you say you were going to rent a truck?
No.
I don't know. Mercenary X21 for 2. Razor Fist and Kurusha has proof of China's influence.
Is that you trying to say Kirsch?
I don't know, it's spelled Kerusha.
I have no clue. No
I
idea,
have no
man.
clue either. Yeah, I can just turn out the window capture here. You guys get my pretty little background. Okay, Sujad? Sujad. Oh well, you're now Sujad. For 5, Ace's 1918 video on Dev are the worst performing videos, and he provides evidence such as tweet threads and videos where you damn yourself.
Yeah, okay, sure. I mean, here's the thing, right? And Lumi, you know this very well because it's happened probably to you. It's definitely happened to people that you know. And you've seen it happen to people before. People always take stream clips out of context. They always assume the worst when it comes to any sort of take given in the moment. Like, there's 1,000 different ways to be bad faith towards someone on the internet.
Yeah. That's why it's like, because we cover VTuber drama and stuff on my podcast. And I always tell people, if you're going to take screenshots of Discord DMs, I don't care how cringe it is, take a screenshot of the whole goddamn page. I don't want anything left out.
Yep. Include the entire conversation.
Mercenary X21 for 5. One thing that made her mad was I learned the Bible had been copyrighted, and I learned that the Queen of England owns that copyright for some reason. The fuck?
That makes sense. Yeah.
Uh,
I think, I mean, isn't that the Georgian Bible or whatever it's called, where King George
King
actually commissioned
George?
its translation,
I
so it became
believe
like
so.
crown property. Yeah.
Let's see. Mercenary X21 for 2. I remember that at Moonguard's remember that at Moonguard server, I GTFO'd. Mark's
Yeah. Moonguard was the World of Warcraft like RP, sex RP server. Yeah.
I see. Marksman of 1117B for 5. They tried to make Ciri a Witcher because of her elder blood. She's stronger than a Witcher, which is why they stopped the process in story. Then Marksman of 1117B for another 5. Ciri should be a Witcher in name only and played differently than one. But they are retconning to avoid making a new style combat system and playstyle. That's just lazy.
I'm not sure if that's true. I don't know.
Then Drive for 5. What the fuck? Guy groomed himself because he didn't touch grass. Makes me wonder about other people who basically live online too much and mental issues. Yep.
Oh, 100%, dude. Like, Lumi, you and I have had this conversation many times. All the sympathy in the world towards people who were born with gender dysphoria and they suffered through it, like before puberty, during puberty, after puberty. It's just part of them. Like, that sucks. Like, it's suffering. It's true suffering. The people who like spend too much time on fucking Discord or in VR chat, and they either get groomed or they groom themselves. It's a different phenomenon. All right, you guys are just fetishists.
Yep. That is called autogonophilia. Then Master Mark for 5. Impossible. Everyone knows people have their sexuality and gender pre-programmed into them from birth. By the way, I believe in the blank slate. Smiley face.
I get the joke. Yeah.
I don't know that joke. But let me bring up stream elements and see what you guys did over there. Thunderbolt for 10. Go fish, no arch needed. Bellsquill for 5. You'll do great, Lumi. Just keep swimming and you won't drown in the NTR. Blonde Adult says hello, LumLum, filling in for Arch. So with your love of feet and Dev's love of diapers and shitting in them, you need someone with a breast milk fetish to balance it out.
Jesus Christ. Okay,
Uh,
Blonde, you donate to everyone that I guest star with more than you donate to actually fucking me. Jesus.
The Danny Yan for 5. Bunch of Lumi cheer emotes. Magma Fox for 10. I want to pay the first and not Arch, so take it. Oh, you mean you want to pay the fish and not Arch? I will take the money.
Oh wait,
then-
is this like your personal stream
Yes.
elements?
Yes, it is.
So, oh dude, that's what you should do.
What?
Just like because you have access to the back end, right? Just disable monetization on this stream, and then just post constantly like donate to my stream elements, donate to my stream elements.
No,
and just
I'm not a
take
piece of
all the
shit.
money. All the money.
No. Spiky 1996 for 5. Hey Lumi, do you also lead fish as mermaid? If so, what kind of fish would that be, and why would it be the red gara? I don't know. Then Spiky 1996 again for 5. Red gara, aka the doctor/nibblefish, which is most known for feet cleaning spa treatment, where they swarm the feet and nibble all over them. God damn it. Blonde
That's
adult
right.
for
That
5.
is a thing.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Are they all called Lumi fish or something?
No. I fucking hope not. I'd have to rebrand. I need to go for another VTuber concept. I can't do this.
I mean, there's already like all the Lumi shit we found in the past few streams.
Shut up.
The foot grinder and.
Blonde adult for 5. Deb barges into Arch's room and says, oh no. And says, Arch, I'm your big fat little pony and you have to name me, put a saddle on me and ride me. Arch smiles, shoves a tail plug up his ass and says, come my little battle trot. We ride to the land of brown breedable femboys. What the fuck? Blonde adult for 1. LumLum, I've told you 50 times. Every time devs bring up the feet shit, bring up his love of diapers. How he loves to take big stinky shits in his diapers and how it gives him a boner and sitting in them with the shit in his diaper is euphoric for him. Then blonde adult again for 1. No, Lumi, don't watch Dev's videos. If you ever want to get laid again, don't watch Dev's videos. I blame Dev for my lack of pussy in life. And not my autism and my inability to talk to women. It's Dev's fault. I'm an incel. Run, Lumi, run. Jesus fucking Christ. I see we got a couple more super chats. Let me have the streets. Arch, get back in the cage. Go. Alright, more shupas. I missed yours. Go back on stream elements on. Where did I miss yours, Alex?
Oh my god.
Oh, okay. Alex for 5 says, second chapter of the first book, they give her mushrooms to change her hormones to better take the grasses. Trish shuts it down mostly. Okay, sorry I missed that.
Okay, just real quick.
Huh?
That $5 super chat, Ryborio. He says, hey, Dev, at 15:22 on yesterday's video, you got Sponge Knob SquarePants. I know it's already been demonetized. Yeah, I went back and checked. I was doing a long scroll through of reactions to Dread Roberts' take. And yeah, there was a SpongeBob dick in there that I scrolled by real quick. It's on screen for like 2 frames.
Jesus.
I didn't even fucking notice.
Ugh.
Alright.
Mastro
I guess
Mark
I'll need to fucking deal with the video.
for 5 and okay, no, we already did that one. Saro says, retcon is right. Siri shouldn't use signs. Mark to Shane for 2 says, keep the super chats coming. Don't let Lumi leave. You already read that one. Mark of Shame, feet for LumLum. Mercenary X21 for 2. I can see Arch screaming at what Dev said, rage. And Sarah for 2 says, Sarah, you shit!
What did he say?
He's trying to get me to say something so someone can pull it, send the audio to Arch, and then make it a new audio redeem for when people donate to him. I know your evil tricks. I know your evil tricks. No, I refuse. I refuse. No. But if that is all of the super chats for now, I think
Just wait. Look in live links.
I seen your live links. I can read, Dev.
Okay.
But I think if there is no more supers or anything, or there's really nothing else I can think of yapping about, I think this is where I might end the stream here. Oh my god, before I started the stream, my main concern and what I was the most nervous about was the stream actually not starting.
Really?
Because I thought somehow it would fuck up and just not connect. Because, it's not my account and I'm just using a stream key. And I thought somehow it would just mess up and it would somehow explode and stuff.
Wait, you can't access the actual edit stream page or anything? It's just the key?
Oh no, I had the edit stream page, but it's with my streaming software, I have my YouTube logged in and I had to just use the stream key. and
Right,
stuff.
yeah, I know what you mean.
So this was my first time doing that, and I'm like, oh, please don't fuck up, please don't fuck up. Like, my hands were shaking, I was nervous, I thought I was scared of messing stuff up for Arch, because I'm like, he's trusting me with this, and I don't want to fuck it up. But I'm happy things went well, despite the bit of scuff, but I'm a VTuber, scuff is part of the brand at this point.
A final $5 at the end. Dev, you sat on stream with Arch and you wanted a Sonichu medallion and wanted to put it on just to prove a point. Oh, don't worry. Sonichu medallion or not, the point will be proven. Dev is not going anywhere.
Don't wear the goddamn Sonichu medallion, do you want to die?
I'll wear the Sonichu medallion and the Sonichu outfit. To prove the point. They're not going anywhere.
I got a couple more donos on Stream
They're coming in.
Elements. Oh, I don't know who donated these, but no, I'm not reading those either. You little shits.
I saw all the I Love Feet ones, yeah.
Ugh. Let's see. 0 for 2. No, I'm not reading that. Mark's ashamed. You have to say it. No. Mercenary X21 for 5. You already read that. And Black 1917 for 2. I demand kitty noises. Meow. Yeah. I make better
That's
dog
just you
barking.
saying meow.
I do better dog barking than cat meows.
What's your dog bark? Go.
No, you don't have to watch my Kingdom Come Deliverance streams for that. Because whenever Henry is just like, you know, talking to the dog, I'm just like,
Let's say a yappy dog.
Black 1917 for 2. Do you scuff as much as the Scuff Queen Monarch? No, I'm not that, you know, broken.
Who's Monarch?
Amelie. She's like a big voice actress and shit.
No clue who this is.
Benny for 2. Lumia, but you love shrimping. JJ Stickman for 2. Good fish for saying no. Alright, but let me get a raid set up though before I forget. Let's see.
Not from you, from your cat, says Black 1917.
Oh, for my cat?
You want your cat to actually do the meow?
Oh, my cat is sleeping somewhere. I'm not gonna bother her. That's just mean.
Oh, okay. Speaking of voices, did you like Naomi's Melanie Mac voice?
You
that far in the
already
video,
asked
right?
me this, and I said yes.
Oh, sorry. I missed it. Wait, was it on stream even?
Yes.
Oh fuck! I'm losing my memory. God
He's
damn.
getting old, guys. Shame him for being old.
I'm getting old.
Being elderly, even. Oh God.
Naomi does great voices too.
All right, let's see.
Wait. $5. R.I.P. Dev. Career death by Sonichu medallion. Full Nick Rekieta. Okay, Nick Rekieta was out there neglecting his kids and like doing cocaine and having like weird orgies and shit. All right, I don't think I'm doing any of that.
Also, I don't think. Oh, is she alive? Why is it not saying that she's alive? Huh.
Well, I just posted the link in live links.
Yep, I got it. Paste. I can't raid to her.
Wait,
She
really?
has raids turned off.
Oh no. Hold
You
on.
better quick tell her to turn them on.
I'm gonna hold on. Doing more super chats, guys. Give it a second.
Let's see what else I have here. Blade. Hold on. Fucking how many? Okay, there we are. Not for me, cat. Blade for 5. Rip Dev. I already read that one. Fincarn for 20. I like fitness. Fitness is pretty neat. Tenacious B for 2. Dev, put mic to your pooper in shart. No. What the? Okay, are you sure you guys aren't the ones with the fetish that just want to hear Dev? Dr. T Money Dog for 2. You sneaky little bastard. I loaf. Eat. There. Ha. Baby, stop it! Marked Ashamed, can you rate your own channel, Lumi? Probably not gonna. I'm not doing a stream today because we are gonna be watching the rest of Goblin Slayer tonight in my Discord. That's gonna be fun. So if you guys want to watch Goblin
Okay, I'm
Slayer
back.
with me, you could do that. And
Um,
here, let me throw my own YouTube channel down for
rate
people
your
to
own
see
channel.
it.
Actually, yeah, well, aren't you streaming? Usually, you stream like a game after this, right? So.
Well, I'm not streaming tonight. I am hosting movie night in my Discord, and we're watching the rest of Goblin Slayer. Okay, let me pull up window capture.
I just sent you a DM real quick.
Window capture. This is my YouTube channel, guys. I'll throw the link in the chat. But you can subscribe to me here. I just hit 4,000 subscribers, which I am very happy with.
Congrats.
It's like that was my last minute goal for 2024 is getting to 4,000 subs. I'm happy we were able to hit it. I think my goal for 2025 is at least 10,000 subscribers, but I need to do more uploaded content for it. Of course, LumLum is a fan of Goblin Slayer. Oh, fuck yeah, I am. I like violence. Discord link? Okay, I'll drop my Discord link as well. Give me a second.
Raid Sargon at the Pondering.
There, and here is my Discord link for you guys who would like to join for Goblin Slayer. I see more shupas. Let me... Brandman for 5. I have done what the dev haters refuse to. Take a shower and touch some grass. No, unapologetic for 5. I loaf. Pause. Eat. Loaf. Pause. Eat. Yummy. Nice try. Lord Commissioner for 2. Raid Sargon at the Pondering. And Alex for 2. Goblin Slayer manga has good gore. I know you like. Hell yeah. Alright, and I can read out now. Oh, okay. So should I just read to somebody else right now?
Yeah, or just end it.
I'm not just gonna end
Either
it.
or.
That's rude. Let's see. You know what? Vara's live right now. We can send you guys over to Vara.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
Alright, behave for Vara, everyone. Thank you for joining me today. I really appreciate it. Thank you for giving me the chance to, you know, semi-solo host. I guess Dev's here too.
God damn it! I've been here before you. I have
But-
seniority.
It was really fun though. It was great. Just if Arch decides to let me do this again, I will be a lot more prepared with more topics. Or if people want to actually see somebody play games, you know, well, and not like an old man, I can also play games over here too.
You're just gonna take over entirely. Just steal his channel from him.
Just take over, just like play games, and then Arch just talks over me as if he's actually playing it. He would do that.
Oh my
too.
god, that was I don't know if you remember this story, but like back when Hearthstone was popular, there was apparently a dude who would play competitive level Hearthstone and just have his girlfriend be like the face cam of the stream. He was like
I know
off to the
Sniper
side.
Wolf used to do that.
Fuck, like what a talk about faking some nonsense.
Alright, everybody. But good night, behave for Vara, and I will see you guys, tomorrow on my channel, or whenever Arch drags me on to this channel for more shit. But anyways, Good night, everybody.
Good night.
End stream. There we go.